record. Okay, so we got that happening. And let's see, what else do we have here? Let me just go here and see if I can't get this going here. So I got that going. And okay, good. And we got that recording going on right now. And then I just need to share my screen if I can find a way to do that. Let's see here. Okay, because I know it kind of crashed and burned. Let me see if, here we go, good. Okay, so back over here to my Revit, and my Revit did die. So let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and pop back out of here. And I'll have to start my Revit, and I'll do that here, Revit 2021. And I'm going to stop sharing my my video because mine was problematic. So I'm just going to stop that. And when I do that, it's just going to, so you guys will not be able to see anything from me because I think it was draining my video too much. So anyway, yes, so here we go. I'm starting Autodesk Revit 2021. Now, does anybody out there not have AutoCAD, or rather does not have Revit installed in their machine yet?
I don't.
Was that Eduardo?
Yeah, I did the whole process. It's just been a headache. That's why I was a little late. I kind of lost track of time trying to find it because now I have the MCC screen or whatever in my computer.
Yeah.
And I try to download it, but it says if I download it, I have to erase the existing one. So we saw it earlier, and then I can't find it now. So we didn't download it because there was already an existing Revit, but I just can't find it. And I don't know. I'm going to try to look for it again a little later.
Okay. All right. Well, it's okay. So what we're going to do in this class right now, I'm just going to go full throttle into in the Revit lesson, and you can certainly go over this once you get it up and running. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we will go ahead and make that happen. So thanks to everyone for coming here, and thanks for your patience. Again, I do apologize. Not sure why that's happening. I've done some troubleshooting. I've had a couple weeks where we didn't have it, and then others will be have. So I'm not really sure what that is. But in any case, there's something about my machine and Zoom that don't like each other. But hopefully, we'll be okay for right now. So let's go ahead and we'll start this process here. And what I was talking about, and what I will do right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up another item right here, which is where I'm going to open up a PowerPoint, which actually kind of goes through the basics of Revit. So it's going to be Revit 2021 fundamentals. We started last week. We're going to continue on today. And what I'm going to have you guys doing is we started to work through this is I wanted to do the following. We had talked about the fact that, and I showed you guys this slide last week, correct? Do you guys remember this?
I don't see anything.
Yeah. Okay, let me try this again. Let me go ahead and share that. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, all right, all right. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can't make this go here. Okay, here we go. Tell me, can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
Okay, and I showed you this slide last week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then we kind of go down here. I showed you this right here about the workflow, how these all things work. And then we talked about hosted elements and so forth. And we talked about Revit and construction documents. And here's one thing that I think we might have touched on this very briefly, but when we get into putting together Revit, the whole goal is to be putting together the same thing that we did for our AutoCAD projects, which is to have a set of construction documents or CDs. And when we say CDs, we're basically talking about basically a sheet set of different elements that describe a particular AutoCAD, a basic construction project. And in this case, it's going to be Revit based. So you're going to have a title block, and you're going to have your view, and you're going to have a set of sheets that are going to be coming together. And that is how I'm going to work with you guys. So I went over this last week. We talked a little bit about how it's set up. We talked about the fact that when you're working with Revit, it's kind of like AutoCAD, but there's some differences too. And what we saw last week is how we could actually put together a particular shape and actually go ahead and refine a little bit. So I got something I want to show you guys real quickly here. And I'm going to ask you guys to follow along as best as you can. And as you follow along, what I'm going to have you guys do, I'm going to go ahead and do a new share right here. I'm going to share my Revit right here. And so can you guys see my Revit right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, so seeing Revit right now, what I'm going to do is as I get into this right now, I am going to just talk a little bit about how this works. So to create a new Revit file, just to show how this works and how we can get into this right now, what I want to do is I just want to kind of show you something that already exists right here. And there is actually out here a project out here called Modern Hotel Final. Now, this is actually located out in Blackboard. So I'm going to open it up right now. And as it opens up right here, you're going to see it looks like this right here. This is what you've got. This is the Modern Hotel. It's a Revit file. And this is where you're able to kind of take a look at it and to see some pretty cool detail on this. Looking underneath it and all the different kind of configurations. So this is what I'm going to have you guys do right now. So I'm going to go ahead and go back over to here, and I want to share a different file over here. That is going to be back on Blackboard. So let me get back to Blackboard here. Let's see here. So if I go here, let me see if I can go ahead and do here. Can you guys now see Blackboard right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so on Blackboard right here, I just want to kind of talk about what I have out here. You'll notice that out here on Blackboard, I've got this right here, Revit Modern Hotel File. You guys all see that there?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and download that. I want you guys to download that by just going here, and you're going to click here, it's going to download. And so when you do that, it's going to download this file. I just go ahead and click on it, it's going to download it. And just take note of where it's going to go. It's actually about 14 megs. So it's going to download, and then you're going to see it blinking down at the bottom of your screen. Okay, so what you can do once that comes up is you can go ahead and double click on it. It should open up Revit. So go ahead and give that a shot and let me know if that opens up for you. Okay, so I'm listening for you guys to tell me that you're having success. So please just tell me as this kind of comes through if that's working for you guys.
It's working.
Okay, good, good. All right, very good.
Got it.
Got it, okay, great.
Professor, if I find the Revit the MCC thing and I clicked on it through my email that's on my computer, would it open it up in there?
Do you mean this file or do you mean the Revit application?
Yeah, that file. Assuming that I found the program, let's say like whatever later, if I click it, would it open it?
Well, this is something you should be able to simply just download to your machine right from Blackboard.
Okay.
And so I'm not really sure if that's what's happening or not right now on your machine. So I don't really know. I'm not really sure what's going on with your situation right there. So apologize. I just don't know what's going on there. So anyway, so that's
Thank you.
that's what it is. Yeah. So okay. So good. Going there. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. So now that I have this right here, what I'm going to do now is going to continue on through here. So you guys should all have that open. Okay. Let me just kind of go through the list here. And okay, Alex, do you have that open?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Dimitri, do you have that open? Can you hear me, Dimitri? Okay, Julius, do you have that open?
I got it downloaded, but I can't open it yet because of Revit is still downloading.
Okay, you don't have Revit installed yet?
Yeah, nah, it posted installed, but it did some type of error. So
Okay, all right. Okay, and then so let's see here. So Kelly, are you seeing that right now?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, Nathan, can you see that right now?
I'm in it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Nathan, can you see that?
I can see it.
Okay, great. On your machine, right?
Yes, on my machine.
Okay, great. Okay, Shanna, can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we got everybody right now. I think that's everybody. Okay, so you're right now, so we're seeing this right now. So let's do a little bit of a tour of this machine right now. And yeah, Eduardo, what I was going to say is for you, what you want to do as far as that goes is if you can't start Revit on your machine, then you won't be able to do this, and you won't be able to do anything with this because Revit actually has to be running on your machine. And if you're kind of trying to do a virtual connection, that's something that you would have to have established before you started with here right now. So no, to answer your question, if you go ahead and download that to your machine, if you double click on it, nothing will happen if you don't have Revit installed. So at this point, I would say I wouldn't expect that to happen, okay?
Okay.
Of course, if you can get that working and surprise me, I'm more than open to that too. I'd be more than happy to be proven wrong on that. Okay, so okay, Shane, you got that too, right, Shane?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what you got going on right now? This is a modern hotel. Now, let me just show you a couple things here. First of all, the one thing I want to show you right now is you can actually zoom in and out by just using the wheel on your mouse. So use your wheel on your mouse, just roll your mouse forward, and you're going to zoom in, and roll your mouse back towards you, and you zoom out. That's how you zoom in and out in the same way you did in AutoCAD. So just go ahead and practice that. Just zoom in and then zoom out, and you'll see that you can actually go ahead and do that. Okay, did that work okay for you, Shane?
Yeah.
Alex, that work okay? That work okay there, Alex?
Yeah.
Okay, Dimitri, that work okay for you? And I don't think I'm hearing you, Dimitri. Okay, Julie?
Hello?
Yeah, did that work okay there, Dimitri?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, Julius, is still having trouble there?
No, I haven't.
Okay, were you able to kind of zoom in and out like I mentioned using the wheel on your mouse?
I have the file. Revit is still not installing for some reason.
Still not installed?
When I install it, am I supposed to do like the core content along with it, or just the Revit 2021?
Yeah, bring in the core content too, just to be safe, okay?
Okay.
Okay, because I'm not sure what is included in the
There was a problem downloading the software. Try downloading from the browser or installing the software from.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't at this point we're not going to be able to troubleshoot your Revit installation right now in class.
Mhm.
You know, so if that's something you want to do later, I have no problem helping you out with that. Well, we
Yeah,
can't.
I
So
was just letting you know.
okay, all right. So yeah. So next we got Kelly. You're seeing that okay? Is that zooming in and out working for you?
Yep.
Okay. Shannon, is this working for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got everybody there. Okay, so what you want to do is that's how you go zoom in and out like that. And then if you zoom in real closely, by the way, you can look into this room and down here. You can see down here, this atrium area where you got furniture and so forth. So we're going to get to that in a minute. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to zoom out. And I want to show you a few things here. So first of all, you can also just go ahead and you can pan by holding the wheel down. And when you hold the wheel down, you're able, hello, question?
I don't think we can see Revit.
You're not seeing, okay, it says,
Yeah, no.
okay, let me try that again. Let's go back to here. You tell me right now, are you seeing Revit now?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you zoom in and out like this. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and use your mouse and zoom in and out like that. That's rolling in and out with your wheel, okay? And then to pan back and forth, you hold the wheel down and you pull it from side to side. You pull the wheel down and you can pull it from side to side. So these are important skills. They're the same as you'd have in AutoCAD. So that's what you'd have right there. So you have the basics. Okay, now I'm going to show you, because a lot of you guys, the biggest thing you're going to need to do is probably just to navigate around in Revit. And I'm going to show you how to do some drawing too, but I want you to understand what's going on inside of Revit so this can actually work for you. Okay, so we got that. Now let me show you something else that's kind of cool here. Hold your shift key down and then hold down your wheel on your mouse. And when you do this, you can rotate in 3D. See what I'm doing right here? You hold your shift key down, and then you actually rotate around with your mouse, okay? See what I'm doing right there? I'm rotating right there. So let me ask you, is that working okay for you, Shane?
Yep.
Okay, Kelly, is that working for you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Nathan, is that working for you?
Yupper?
Okay, Alex, is that working? Okay, Dimitri, is that working? Okay, all right, so, okay, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rotate it back into this orientation here. Now, once I've done that, let me show you one other thing here, and that is you're gonna notice up here at the upper right part of my screen, I've got this view cube. Now, go ahead and click on this corner right here, at any one of the corners right there. When you click on that corner, it's gonna go ahead and bring you into that isometric view, okay? And then if you go ahead and click on the view at the upper right corner and click on it, it's going to rotate it again. And this is how you go ahead and rotate it around in a circle, okay? So this is how we can go ahead and rotate it into different predictable results right there. And so we're just going to go ahead and do that and rotate it around until we're back to this point right here. So that's the rotate, that's the view cube. Now I'm just going to start to show you guys some things right here. And if something doesn't work for you, please speak up, because I'm going to assume it's all working for you. I can't keep on asking you every couple seconds, and since I can't see your screens, we just have to do it this way. So in any case, take a look at this right now. As I do that, I'm able to do this. Now you can also look at a straight on elevation. Like if I click on front on the view cube right here, it allows me to take a look at it like that. Okay, and then I can zoom in and I can see there's my front view. And then I can use these arrows on the side to rotate it around, okay? So I'm using these right here to rotate it and get a good orientation as far as like what is going on with this particular building right here. So I'm just going ahead and rotating around like this. And this is how we go ahead and see what it looks like. Then I could go ahead and hit the angle again, as we talked about before, and to see this in a little different configuration. And I can just simply keep on rotating this until it gets to the proper configuration, which is going to be like that. That's what I want it to look like. So now that I've got that, I've got some idea as far as like, okay, I can look at this and I'm seeing a 3D view and that's great. And that's really cool. Now, let me show you something else down here. In Revit, you have the ability to do an awful lot with the actual appearance of your object. Okay, so down here, I'm just going to go ahead and point this out down here. This is your view control area. Down here is your view control area. The view control area allows you to go ahead and change different visibilities. And so right here, you're going to notice there's a cube, and the cube right here has a certain look to it. It's right now it's blue in color, and what I want to do is I want to do something with that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. When I click on that, you're going to see you have different options. You have wireframe, hidden line, shaded, consistent colors, and realistic. So I'm just going to go right now. I'm on shaded. I'm going to change it to consistent colors. When I make it consistent colors, oh, it looks like I already had that. So I'm going to change it from there to shaded. And shaded actually gives me a little different appearance. It looks like it's shaded. It looks like it's a little bit of lighting. And there's a little bit of realism on that right there. So this is one thing you can do to change how it looks. Realistic. Click on realistic and watch what happens. And when you click on realistic, it's going to go ahead and it's going to crunch for a second. And well, maybe a few seconds. And it's going to crunch. And then what it's going to do is going to present to you a realistic version of this structure. So then if I zoom into it, I can see this with more detail. And so that's what realistic allows you to do, to see the structure with more realism and to see it in such a way as to give you a better idea as far as what those look like in real life. So that is what we have going on right here as we zoom in and as we go ahead and kind of, you know, take all that in as far as this goes. So that's how we do that. Now, if I don't want it to be a memory hog and kind of tax my system, because some of you might have systems that don't like that, we can go right back to consistent colors. And consistent colors gives us a little lighter footprint on that. So we don't have to keep on, you know, kind of vexing ourselves with that. Okay, so that's an introduction to what Revit does. Revit allows you to have one central model, and then you look at it in different ways. So what do I mean by that? Well, over here, you're going to see, oh, you guys can see my cursor right here. You're going to notice that right here, you have different floor plans. You got a basement, you got floor one, you got floor one dimensions. There's a lot of different choices in here. Let's just go ahead and double click on floor one. And when you go to floor one, you're going to see a floor plan that looks like this. And this floor plan right now is showing us the actual plan view of this floor. And we're seeing there's different elements that are available in here. There's different things that are available. And we're seeing that, that there's wall information. We're seeing that there's tags. We're seeing there's a lot of information in here that actually could be very, very useful. And so we're seeing that, and that's all good. And then what you can do is you can actually roll your mouse like up into here into this reception area. Let's do that. And when you roll your mouse in this reception area, we're going to just hover our cursor over this right here. And you'll notice that it gives you a little tag. What does your tag say over that door? What is it telling us?
Tells us the door dimension and the reference for it, reference to R2.
Yeah, it tells us it's a door. It tells the type, which is a door, single flush, 36 inches by 80 inches. Okay, so it's telling us that right now. So we know that, okay, that's cool. I understand. We've got a pretty good idea as far as what we have there. And then if you click on it, I want to show you something else here. Go ahead and click on that door. Now, when you click on the door, something really cool happens over here. Over here, you get what is called the properties of that door. Now here, it says single flush, 36 by 80 inches, okay? That's what it says. So it's just a regular flush door. And then further on down here, it tells you the level it's on, which is floor one, the sill height, and so forth. So all these different elements right here. It also gives us the number, which is 103. So you've got these different elements that are inside of here. It tells us what's going on with this. Now, let me show you something here. Okay, notice the door. The door is, it's showing up right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to click right here. And when you click on here, there's other door types available. You'll notice it down here, there's 36 inches, there's 34 inches. Let's just go here and choose 24 by 80 inches. Now, before we click on it, look at your door and then go ahead and click on 24 inches by 80 inches and watch your door and tell me what happens to it.
It gets smaller.
It gets smaller. It goes from being a 36-inch door to being a 24-inch door. So it actually takes it and reduces it in size right there. So what we did right there is in our design process, we just went in and said, you know what, instead of it being a 36-inch door here, I want it to be a 24-inch door. So let's go ahead and return it back to what it was. I'll click on here and go back to 36 by 80. And this is one thing that you have going on with Revit is you have different properties for different elements. Doors will have certain properties, windows will have certain properties, walls will have certain properties. And all of these different elements are known in Revit as families. So you have families. Now your families actually—
Professor, I got a question.
Yeah.
On that, where it says a single flush, like in construction, we deal with like a lot of fire doors.
Yeah.
And obviously fire doors have different ratings.
Yeah.
Will Revit take that into like consideration if you had to have like a burn wall for 2 hours?
Mm-hmm. That's a great question. That's a perfect question. Let's go back and take a look at this and I'll show you what we have here. Let's scroll down on the list here and see what we have here. And you notice that none of them are identified by their fire rating, right? None of them are. However, this one right here, it's this 36 by 80 right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on Edit Type. Click on Edit Type right here. And when you go to Edit Type, you're going to see this screen right here. You see what I'm talking about right here? Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to
Yes.
scroll down here, and as I scroll down here, you're going to notice it down here. I have a number of different items that are actually part of this whole thing. And part of it down here is, can you see this right here, what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah, fire rating. Fire rating is right here, and right now this is rated as B. Now, in real life, I actually remember when I used to work at a hospital that fire rated doors were usually rated as 1, 2, or 3 hour doors. Is that still what's going on right now?
Yes, I mean the medical records are your most. It's 3, and
Yeah.
usually the walls are double 5/8, separations.
Yeah.
No seams line.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, actually, so what you just shared, and I appreciate you sharing that right now, is what's happening right now is you actually have the ability to track fire ratings here. Absolutely, you do. And so then as you place these, you could then do a door schedule where you would actually get a listing of all of your doors that meet a particular fire rating, and then you could have them identified by their rooms. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, does that make sense? Does that answer your question though, as far as like the availability of fire ratings?
Yeah, because I mean, just like when we go through drawings, sometimes like obviously we're under a big construction right now, but you look at some of their drawings and they don't actually indicate. Then you have to go find them in the footnotes and then read the footnotes to make sure that the footnotes match the room and the designations of the room.
Okay, yeah, and that is absolutely not the case with Revit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so that's Shane. Yeah, so you're totally right, Shane, and that's exactly what we go on. So yeah, you're right on it. You're already starting to see the value of Revit, and so Revit's going to allow you to do all this kind of stuff because it's actually kept in a database. So great observation right there. Okay, and so if you needed to make an additional door, by the way, I could just make a duplicate of this one, and let's say I needed a 40-inch door. I could just go here and click on duplicate, and I could make a new one and call it 40 inches by 80 inches, and I'm not asking you guys to do this right now, I'm just demonstrating it. So 40 inches by 80 inches, just gonna give it a name here, and I'll do that. And then down here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change the width from, since I'm using 40 inches, that would be 3'4". And so I'd say 3'4", like that. And so that's the size of it now. So now I have a 40-inch door right now. So I've got that. So I'll go ahead and click on OK. And you'll notice right here, here's my 40-inch door, okay? So what I could do right there is this one actually right now, I just turned in that 40-inch door because that was still highlighted. So if I didn't want it there, I could go to 36 by 80, it looks like that. And then if I did want it to be 40, I'd go here and I'd say, yep, I want you to be a 40-inch by 80-inch door, and you go ahead and do that. So this is how easily you can actually put these together. All right, okay, you guys are starting to get the hang of this, I think. All right, now that we've seen that, we've got a little bit of an idea as far as how that goes and what our properties are. What else could we do here? Well, let's go ahead and let's select something else here. Let's select the wall right here, the exterior wall. Click on that exterior wall. Now, when you click on this exterior wall, this is something interesting because these are also tracked by types, okay? So over here, you got your basic wall exterior, brick and CMU on metal stud, okay? Does anyone know what CMU stands for?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and tell me what.
Well, I know what it is. It's just an outside facing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's precasted, basically, CMU.
Yeah, CMU, it stands for a concrete masonry unit, and typically it's like a building block. It's kind of like a cinder block, okay, essentially, is what we used to call them. But you got this right here. So that's your exterior, brick, and CMU on a metal stud. Now click on Edit Type here. I want to show you something really cool here. Click on Edit Type, and when you go into Edit Type here, it begins to go into all this and tell us what's available in this. At the very bottom, towards the left, you'll see you can go ahead and open up a preview. And the preview gives you a picture of the different layers that are in this wall. Pretty cool, huh? So you got this going on. So you have these different elements. You've got these different elements that are in here, and this is where you can actually track through them. So if I go ahead and change this floor plan view to section, I'll go ahead and click on section. And when I go to section, this is what the wall looks like, okay? It actually has these this concrete masonry unit at the bottom, and then it converts into brick right here. And these are the elements that are part of this particular wall, okay? So all this has been part of this, this customized wall right here. Now, to see more with this over here, you'll see that I've got edit up here under structure. Structure's at the top here. If I click on edit, it actually lists out the elements. The highlighted element right here is brick common. Okay, so you got brick common right here at 3 5/8 inches. And if I click on the next one down, which is my my concrete masonry units, that's underneath, it's below. So this is above, this is like above grade right here, and this is below grade. That's how that wall's put together. And then I have a thermal air membrane. Okay, I actually have a gap, I have an air gap. I have a membrane layer. Okay, and then after that, I've got this next element right here, which is, let me go ahead and move that out of the way. I've actually got, at this point, that's gonna be my plywood. And then I've got, down here, I've got metal stud layer, and then I've got down here a membrane, and then I got my finish, which is my gypsum, my drywall board. So all these elements are put together, and when you draw a wall in Revit, all of that information is tracked. So what it means is this: from this particular element that I've drawn from this project that I've drawn, this particular structure, I could actually go in and have Revit give me a bill of materials for all the gypsum drywall in this project. It would give me the square footage I would need. Pretty cool stuff. And so this is stuff you can get. You can get how many bricks you need. You can get the metal that you need. You can get the shingles that you need. You can find out how many windows that you need and have them very easily just stacked up in a schedule to know how many of a particular kind of window you need. So this is what you would do here. And that's how you can actually go ahead and work with this. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of there, just that you understand this is all a database. And so as you work with this right here, all of this is going on back behind it. And so when you draw in Revit, you're doing a lot more than you do in CAD. Okay, so I'm gonna hit my escape key. Now I've got an idea as far as how that all looks. Now that I've got that, let me just do kind of a little quick introduction to something else here. And that is, as I go through here, I just want to kind of give you a couple other things here that might be helpful. And as we go through here, and as we're going through this, this kind of little bit of a overview of Revit right here. One thing I want to show you right now is that we can go ahead and we can look at various views, okay? So right now I've got floor one open right here. Let's open another view down here. Let's open up floor one dimension right here. We'll double click on floor one dimension. And when you open up floor one dimension, it looks like this. It gives us the dimensions that are actually part of this right here. So you got that right there. This is where you can actually zoom in and see actually what we've actually got dimensioned in this particular project. So you have that right there. And let's open up the furniture plan. Open up the furniture plan. And when you open up those, we now have 4 different elements that are all open at the same time. So you have those open. Now, it could be that you may want to see these all at the same time rather than just once. So to do that, type in WT. And when you type in WT, it should give you this kind of a thing. Did that work for you guys when you typed in WT? Did it give you four different views?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's WT. Okay, WT stands for, basically what that stands for is a tile view, okay? So WT is tile view. And then to see, you'll notice that right now, all of your different views are not full, okay? So you type in ZA to zoom all. ZA will zoom them all out at once. So this is how we'd actually zoom out to see everything. So now I'm seeing all this, and now I'm getting a really good idea as far as what the relationships are between these different floor plans and what my outside building looks like right there. Okay, so once you have that right there, what you could do then is we could then go and just pick one of these views that we might want to. So I'm gonna stick with this furniture plan right here. And so to do that, and to get rid of everything else, I'm gonna go up here and I'm going to, let's see, I'm up here right now. I should be able to do this. Let's see here, why is that not? Okay, so let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna pick up here and, okay, I'm in 2020, yeah, I'm in 2021. Yeah, that's not letting me do something that's kind of cool here. Why is it not doing that? Okay, why is that not doing that? Well, let me close the inactive views. Okay, so that's okay. We will go ahead and do it the old school way. So to go ahead and close out of these individually, we could actually click on the tabs. So I'm gonna click on exterior and close that tab. Click on this dimension and close that tab. And I'm gonna click on this tab right up here for this one. So I've only got this last one left right here, so I've got that. And then at this point, I've got the furniture plan, and then I could go ahead and double click my wheel to zoom to all and see everything. Okay, so you close everything out just so that everything will come back and you can see it. And this is how we go ahead and make this look like this right now. So we have the project browser that allows us to see these different items, and we're looking at this right now. So we went ahead and we changed that back and forth. We have that happening there. And then what we're going to do next is I want to show you guys something else here. Another view number. So again, you can look at this in any number of different ways. So down here, we're going to scroll down in our project browser down here, and we're going to go to our elevations, and we're going to look at our building elevations, which is down here. So let's go to your elevations, building elevations, and here what we're going to do is we are going to open up east. We'll double click on east and open that. And when you open up east, it looks like this. Okay, this is how your east elevation looks. So as you look at it, you get this kind of a view here. And then over down here, you can actually go in here and change it to have consistent colors. So it looks like this. So it actually gives you a bit more realism right here. So this is something that you have going on with Revit that's actually very, very powerful. It allows you to do some enhanced visualization right off the bat right here. So let's go ahead and take
Did you get the colors again, Professor?
Yeah, down here, this is where you do it right down here. You got hidden line, shaded, and consistent colors. And you click on consistent colors to give you that right there. The other option would be shaded, okay? Those are the different options. Does that make sense there, Shane?
I just, it took a minute for it to open up and then you were already on the next step, so.
Okay, are you having a little bit of a speed lag right there?
Yeah, because I've got two Zooms going on at the same time here.
Okay, all right, gotcha, okay. Okay, so you've got this going on right here, and so what's happening is you have this happening, and we are actually looking right now at how this appears. So down here, this is where you would change your visual styles though, and this is where you could go from hidden line, which is just white and kind of plain. Also, you have these different other options right here, shaded, and then you have under here consistent colors, and you have other things that are available there. So anyway, these are different ways that you could view this, okay? That's actually a very cool thing, and you got that going on. And so we're looking at the east-west section, and we just went ahead and went through there. And now what we're going to do is now we're going to scroll down to our sheets, okay? Because this is the go-to. This is actually what you're trying to get Revit to do, and any project that you have right here, you want to go ahead and click on the plus sign next to sheets. When you click on the plus sign next to sheets, it's going to list out all these sheets for you. So you have all these sheets out here, and as we go ahead and we do this right now, we have these sheets all together right now. What we're going to do is we are going to open up this one right here, A1.2. Let's go ahead and open up A1.2, and this is going to open up this particular floor plan. You can see over here, you've got this, and it's actually put together. It's on a sheet, and this is actually the 2nd to the 8th floor life safety plan. And this is basically what would be put together for people to find a means of egress or exit if there was a fire or something else. Okay, and then let's go ahead and let's choose this right here, right, which is A2.3, second through eighth floor plan typical. So we just want to double click on that. When you double click on that, it's going to open this up. And this would be the typical floor plan for each of the guest floors, for each of the guest floors in a hotel. So you have that, and that's how we go ahead and look at this particular information. So we have this going on right there. Now, you're going to notice right here that there are some little markers here. I'm going to see who knows what they are. All right, I've got this marker right here, and it actually has this right here, and it goes all the way through the building. Does anyone have an idea what that might be?
Egress.
Well, actually, that's a good guess, but in this particular case, it's actually a section marker, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna double click on the tip of this arrow right here. When I double click on that arrow, it's gonna go ahead and it's gonna open up the section plan, okay? And that's how we can open up a section. Now you're seeing the building in section view. And section view means as if we took a knife and sliced it right down from top to bottom, then took a look at what remained. So when we go ahead and do that, now again, this is actually right here. I was here in the second, eighth floor, and this out of the way, right here. I'm right here, and what I did is I double clicked on this right here, and that's what opened it. I double clicked on the tip here, and that's what opened the east-west section. And once I have this, shading is always helpful to see what's going on here. So I just go ahead and shade it, and I see I've got this kind of a look going on here. So these are some of the things that you can do. So let me go over why I'm showing you all this. Well, first of all, what do we draw in AutoCAD? We drew floor plans. Revit's got floor plans. We saw elevation plans. Revit's got elevation plans. We saw wall sections. Revit's got wall sections. The last thing we'll take a look at here is the foundation plan. So to do this is we're going to scroll up. We'll scroll up to the top in our node here, and we're going to choose basement. And when we choose basement, it's going to go ahead and give us this basement plan right here, which would be like our foundation plan, okay? So we have that, and we have these different elements right here, and this is how we would begin to understand what's going on inside of our project, okay? So these are some basics right here, and we have these different items that are in place right here. So we've got these, okay? Now, let's do this. Let's go back to floor one furniture plan, which is, it should be right here somewhere. Look for floor one furniture plan. It should be one of the tabs right up here. So go ahead and find that. Let me know when you guys find it, the floor one furniture plan.
Got it.
Okay. Anyone else got it yet?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here's the furniture plan. Now what we're gonna do is we wanna close all of our plans except this one. So right up here, you'll notice on the quick access toolbar, I have the ability to close inactive views. And so since floor one furniture plan is what I want, I can click on this and all the other views get closed. This is just kind of a way to clean things up and to get things into a place where they're a little bit more manageable. Okay, very good. Okay, now, next thing we're gonna do right here, I'm gonna show you something really kind of cool. This is a bit of a showstopper here. Up here, there's this little Monopoly house up here. That's your default 3D view. And there's an arrow next to it. I'm gonna click next to the arrow, and down here, you'll notice you got default 3D view and camera. Go ahead and click on camera. Now, when you click on camera, this is gonna allow us to place this camera in a certain location and take a look at our structure. I didn't show you guys this last week, did I?
No.
No, okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take this camera, we're gonna look down in this direction. So go ahead and put your camera right here and click on it. And then we're gonna pull it and face it down this way. We're gonna go ahead and face it over in, hold on a second, here, let me move this out of the way. Okay, if I can do this, hang on, okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to face it in this direction down here. So I went ahead and did that. When you click there, boom, it shows you an interior view. Let me know if that works for you guys.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So you're looking at interior view, and you can actually open this up by grabbing these handles right here and actually pulling them from side to side. And then as you do this, now you're taking a look at this really nice atrium area. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to go here and we're going to make that realistic. We're going to use our view control down here and choose realistic just to see what it looks like when we go ahead and turn the detail on this. And it gives you this kind of a view here. Now, just to kind of like temper your expectations here, this is actually not even rendered. This is just kind of a quick representation. This is not even rendering. When you get into rendering, it's a whole lot more realistic than this, okay? This is just kind of like a first, kind of like high level realistic thing, and is not necessarily a really detailed item right here. So we don't have that much going on right here, but that's what Revit is completely capable of doing. So we have that going on right there. And so now that once we did that, you'll notice that down here, let's take a look down here, because down here you will actually see you've got some 3D views right here. Do you guys see this node that says 3D views? Click the plus sign next to it. Okay, and when you guys click the plus sign next to it, you're going to notice that 3D view 1 is bolded. That means that's what you're looking at right now. Well, you can rename this, okay? So as you get into Revit and you have a view that you like, we can just go ahead and click on this, and then we can right click and choose rename, and we'll just go ahead and call this Tom's Lobby View, all right? And use your name, Tom's Lobby View. And that allows us to see this right here. And so now what we're looking at is we're looking down here, we're seeing this lobby view, and we are good to go. And that is what we have right there. So this is just a way to always be checking out your work as you're going through here right now. So we've got that going on there. And that kind of gives us a kind of quick overview as far as how to make this work right now. Okay, and so right now that brings us to 6:51. So lecture's supposed to be 50 minutes. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to go ahead and pause right here. And we're just going to take just a couple minutes. I'm just going to step away and come right back. So just go ahead, get up and stretch, and we're going to go for a little bit more here. And then I'm going to show you guys how to do the next thing that we've worked on. I see you guys have already put together at least one project, at least most of you have. And now we're going to start to work on doing another one tonight. And I'm going to try to really whet your appetite here with some interesting things. So that's what we have going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step away for a minute, and just for a minute, and then we'll come back. So let's just take it'll be a little less than 5 minutes. We won't even get to 7 o'clock. But I'm going to step away, and we'll be back in a few. Okay, can you guys hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, back from a little break, and what we're going to do is we're going to continue on this, on learning Revit. And so, again, Revit, the reason I'm showing you this right now, and just to kind of like, kind of place this properly, is this course is called Cad for Construction. And one of the things that has been actually percolating in the background in the industry is that you're seeing a move of people using Revit for their construction projects. So this would include construction in a lot of in a lot of areas, but primarily we're talking about buildings. We're also talking about, like, when we talk about buildings, we mean like warehouses, residential, commercial, all those kind of structures are now being done in Revit. And basically the structural plans, meaning the structural steel, meaning the iron that's used inside of it, that's laid out using Revit. The mechanical systems, electrical systems, plumbing systems, those are all being laid out in Revit too. So it's reaching a point where you need to speak this language. It's something that you're definitely going to run into, and you will you'll see this as you begin to look for work. I just got today. I just got something from one of my former students who is asking for a job reference, and which I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to provide for him. And that's something I want to let you guys know. That's part of the reasons that I feel that I'm in this position. I've been a teacher my whole life, and the fact that I'm doing this work for you guys right now, and I'm working with you guys, is the fact that I like to teach people these skills and then help them find jobs. And since I myself am a professional, I do have my own business, and I have hired a lot of people. A lot of times I get asked, for letters of reference, that kind of thing. I'm happy to provide that. One of the things I've been able to do is help a lot of young people in their careers and kind of help launch them. It's something that's been my pleasure to be able to do, and that's something that I've done a lot of. I've got one young man who I used to have my office, I mentioned to you guys, up in Clayton, New York. And when I was up there, I had one young man who my son had gone to school with his brother, and he came to me looking for a job. He graduated from Damon College. Not sure if you guys ever heard of Damon, but it's actually, has anyone heard of Damon?
Yes.
Okay, it's a college out in Buffalo area, and the thing is, so he graduated from there with a business degree, and this was some years ago. And so after that happened, he came to me looking for work, and so I hired him. And so I had him, and he's working for me, and he expressed an interest of actually going out in the field and doing data center collection. Okay, meaning you go out in the data centers and you would actually capture information and you record it, and then you would basically enter that into a system. So he was going to do that. And so it came down, I got him approved, everything worked out well. And the day, he was supposed to go on Monday, and the Friday before, he comes to me and says, oh, by the way, I just got to share something with you that might have an impact on this. I just thought you should know. And I said, well, what's that? And he goes, well, I've got a DUI going on right now, and I can't drive. And I'm like, what? And he goes, no, and so he said, I'm just so sorry, I didn't think about this. And he was really apologetic, and that didn't help me. So I had to call the customer, and I had to say, hey, I got this guy who's supposed to start on Monday. Well, he can't. What do you mean he can't? Well, he just can't. I can't really tell you why. And the thing is, so it's because I would be breaching customer confidentiality kind of situation that when you're a boss, sometimes you just have to kind of take it, and you take the blame, even though it's not your fault. This happens sometimes when you're the one in charge. It happens. Anyways, this kind of happened. So anyway, I let the guy work for me for a few more years. Well, afterwards, he went and applied for a certain company, and he asked for a letter of reference, and I gave it to him. Well, now he's actually one of the system managers at Amazon. He lives actually up in Seattle, and the guy is like he's making bank. Okay. And so I was able to help him launch him in his career, and I've got a few other people I could kind of talk about as well. And my part's small. He did all the work, but I was able to kind of help him. And I also didn't seek revenge when he made me look bad. So anyway, I've had the opportunity to help people do that. So if I can help you in any way, I will do that. But the biggest thing I can do right now is teach you what AutoCAD is and what Revit is. They will help you very much. At least you'll say, yeah, I know what Revit is. I took a class or whatever. And so we're going to continue on looking in here. So enough said about that. We're going to continue on. I want to show you guys something else here. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at a little bit of kind of basic drawing techniques right here. And this one, I'm going to just kind of like go over it kind of quickly. I don't know if you guys will be able to follow along real well because some of you seem to be having a screen delay. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to make an attempt at that. And hopefully this is going to work out okay. And so we're going to basically look at kind of general sketching tools. So to do this, we are going to close out of this project. So we're going to go up here. And let's see here, that's good. We'll go to File. When you click on File here, then you go down to Close. It will then say, do you want to save changes to Modern Hotel Final? We'll say no, we don't need to save any changes. And it brings us right out to this location here. And in this location here, I've been using AutoCAD 2021 for a lot of stuff right now. It's actually been kind of fun. I'm actually doing some stuff, laying out some things for a person's kitchen area, and been doing a lot of things here. But what we're going to do here is we're just going to go ahead and we are going to start we're going to download a file, and the file that we're going to download is actually called I believe it's called Simple One Building. Let's see here. Actually, yeah, Simple Building One. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is I'm going to go right back out here, and I'm going to go to our let's see here. Where would this be? Okay, right up here. Let me go ahead and share this. And nope, that's not the one. Let me do another share right here. And I want to share maybe, let's see here, maybe this one. Let's see if this works. Oh, this one I want. Let's go over here. I want to share this. Okay, now what we're going to do, can you guys see Blackboard right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to scroll down here, and what I'm going to do is for this week right now, this is Revit Floor Plan 1, weeks 9 and 10. So we're going to go here. Let's go ahead and look out here. And so we go out here, you're going to notice I've got a few files out here. And I told you last week that I have this tutorial, Chapter Practices 1 through 5. Okay, and I told you last week that there's a great, there's 54 pages of tutorial there to go through it. Did anyone go through that by any chance?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, but what I'm going to go through right now is exactly what I'm going to go through this right now. It's basically the same thing that's in that tutorial. So we're going to go through this just to make sure it's really straightforward. So to do this, we are going to download this Revit Simple Building 1. It's right here. We're going to double click on it. We're just going to click on it, and it's going to download it down here. Simple Building 1 Revit. Okay, it's not a template, it's actually a file. And you can just, once it downloads, you just double click on it. And when you open it up, it's going to basically drop you into this kind of a situation here. Okay, well, does yours look like this? Probably not. Probably doesn't, maybe it does have this. Let me see this. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, I see why.
I only see Blackboard.
Yep, you don't see Blackboard. Okay, let me do this right here. Let me do that. Let me go ahead
I
and
only see Blackboard, nothing else.
Okay, all right, let's do this. Let me go back to here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop us out of here. Thanks for telling me. Let me go back over here to Blackboard, because actually, let's just do this, okay? Let me go and open up Revit for you guys, and then we'll take a look at this. Okay, this is what you're seeing with Simple Building 1. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this right now. Let's just close this one. We'll come back to that one in a minute. So now we have it downloaded. We know it opens. We'll close it. So we'll go to File, and we'll go down here to Close. We'll go ahead and close out of there. Okay, so what we're going to do is, instead of that, we are going to make a new file, a new project right now. So we're going to do this. So you should close out of that. Okay, and then we're going to go here. So what you want to do is we're going to click on up here for models. We're going to create a new model. Now you can, under this right here, you can either make a family or make a model. So we're not getting into families. We're just going to go to New Model. So click on New. And when you click on New, this comes up right here. Now, I noticed that a couple of you guys in your projects, you instead of using Imperial architectural, use construction. Don't do that. And the reason why is it's just going to be a little bit confusing. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm going to be using Imperial architectural. So use Imperial architectural. Okay, so choose Imperial architectural and click on OK. And when you do that, boom, it's going to open this up right here. And we have this, and we got this open right now. So once we got that opened up, what we're going to do now, do any of you guys have that open yet?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw an object right here. Let me show you what this object looks like. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're going to draw. what we're going to draw right here, it's going to look like this right here. Let me go ahead and do this because you probably can't see this. Let me go ahead and open this up. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Can you guys see a PowerPoint right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
using general sketching tools. Okay, I went over this briefly last week. We're going to go ahead and we're going to drill down into it right now. But as we get into this right now, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to use our general sketching tools, and this is how we're going to draw this. So as we draw this, we are going to use the different tools that we see here. Where we're going to start it, we're going to make sure our options are set correctly. We're going to keep it pretty simple, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a couple different things here using temporary dimensions and so forth. So we're going to do this, and we'll go ahead and we're going to jump into it right here. This is what we're going to draw. It looks like this right now. Now this is the structure. It's going to actually be quite straightforward, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to use, I'm just going to have you guys walk through this in a very basic sense. The first thing we're going to draw is we're going to draw some walls using the rectangle option. So let's go back over here to Revit. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to share Revit back here, which is right here. And let me ask you, can you guys now see Revit? You should be able to. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So what we're going to do right now is we started this right now, and we're going to save this as simple building with our initials. So to do this, you're going to go to File and Save As. File, Save As, Project. File, Save As, Project. I'm going to click right there. And you're going to name it. Let's go ahead and put it just on your desktop. And we're going to go ahead and name it Simple Building with your initials, like that. And this is just so we don't get it, you know, kind of lost. So we'll go ahead and do that. Simple Building, that's GMB. Those are my initials. You can use your own. And we'll go to save. And then what we're going to do then is we are then going to start to put in walls. Are you guys ready to start putting walls?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, good. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go up here where it says wall, and you'll notice that we're on level, before we go any further, we're on level 1 right now. So we're on level 1 right now. And let me show you something that, well, I showed you this last week, but let me show you this to you again. What we're going to do is down here, you're going to see down here under elevations, you got east. Double click on east. And when you double click on east, you're going to see you have 2 levels right now. You got level 1, which is set at grade at 0 feet 0 inches, and you have level 2 set at 10 feet 0 inches. This is real simple stuff, nothing too complicated, but that's what it looks like from the side. Okay, that's the elevation view. So we'll go back to level 1. So back here in level 1, we're going to click on wall. And when you click on wall, let me ask you a question. What is the default wall that we see right now?
Generic,
Yep, basic wall generic, and how thick is it?
8 inches.
8 inches, that's right. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to use an option that we have here that actually is right up here. And you'll notice you've got lines. So you could just draw this with lines, but you could also do it with rectangles. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on rectangle. Now, when you click on rectangle, you'll notice that these different items show up right here. It's got a height, and it's got an unconnected height of 20 feet. We're just going to use that for right now. We're going to be going to the wall center lines, okay? And so this is what we're going to draw. So it's going to be 20-foot walls, okay? So what we're going to do right now is we are just going to sketch a rectangle approximately 100 feet by 70 feet. So I'm just going to click here. I'm just going to go ahead and pull my cursor around. I don't even look. I'm going to click like that and just be done with it right there. It looks like I got lucky on the bottom one. But I went ahead and just picked a couple points, okay? So as I look at this right now, I'm seeing right now that it's not perfectly 100 by 70. So what I would do, and what you guys do is the same thing here, is with this still on right now, you can just go ahead and click here, and you could change the value right there. Mine already says 100 feet, but if it didn't say 100 feet, you type it in, hit your enter. You don't even put in the foot symbol. Just type in 100. Revit's assuming feet. So you hit your enter key there. And then over here, we're going to go ahead and click on this, and we're going to type in 70. And when you do that, boom, it goes ahead and gives you that right there. And that's how we go ahead and get this started. So right now we have that in place, and we have just created this, okay? So it's 100 feet by 70 feet. Now let me show you something else here. When you are working with Revit, Revit's always doing something. It's always in some command. Right now, we're in the wall command. So to get out of there, you can click on Modify, which is right up here. You can click on Modify or hit your Escape key. All right, either one will do the same thing. So I click on Modify, and it brings me out of it. and I'm good to go. So I've got a 100-foot by 70-foot structure. Okay, so I've got that right there. Piece of cake, not a problem right there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm now going to do something else right now. We went ahead and we changed it, but let's verify this. So let's go ahead and click on this left wall right here. When you click on the left wall right there, you'll notice that the dimension shows up at the top. That's a temporary dimension. To make it permanent, you go ahead and click on the small little icon underneath it that looks like a dimension, and it makes it permanent, and you'll notice it now says 100 feet. And then we're going to do the same thing with the one over on the left. We'll click the bottom, and when you click on the bottom, the dimension shows up over to the left. And we're going to click on the little dimension icon, and that makes that permanent. It turns black. When it's black, it's permanent. When it's blue, it's editable, okay? So that's how that works right there. So we have that as a start. So now that we've started that, the next thing we're going to do right now is we're going to start the wall command again. So we'll go up here to wall one more time, and now it says we're still in the same command, basic wall generic. And what we're going to do right now is we are going to sketch a wall horizontally from midpoint to midpoint. That means we're going to hover our cursor here. And you'll notice that it shows up with a shape. What's the shape that shows up?
Triangle?
Yeah, triangle, which is the same symbol that's used in AutoCAD. So we're going to go ahead and snap to that triangle and pull it over from left over to the right and click on that side. And when you've done that, it goes ahead and creates it. And you're going to notice that automatically it's going to split the walls, and it's going to say 35 feet above and 35 feet below like mine does. So we're able to go ahead and do that. Now, I'm still in the command right now, and we can always adjust these if they're not perfect, but I'm going to draw another line right here. So to do this right now, I want to draw a vertical wall exactly 16 feet from the left wall. Let me show you what I mean here, okay? Well, I'll just go ahead and do it. So you're going to go ahead and take your cursor. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. I'm going to touch it right here without clicking. I didn't click. I just touched it, and then I'm going to pull it over. Now notice that as I'm pulling it over here, it's counting. It's giving me, it's measuring. And I'm going to bring it out till it says 16 feet. I could type in 16, or I can drag it. I'm just dragging it so you guys can see it. But we touch it, and until we see 16 feet, we don't click. Once we see 16 feet, we're going to go ahead and we're going to click, and we're going to pull it straight up. So we're 16 feet, and we pull it straight up like this, and we click like that. And that is how we go ahead and have that in place right there. And let's see here. We'll do one more thing right now, and that is we're going to draw a wall 8 feet above this other one. So we're going to go ahead and touch it right here, and we're going to pull a wall right up here like this, and this one's going to be 8 feet. So this one's going to be 8 feet. We want to make sure that it says 8 feet. We're going to click. We're going to drag this one straight across. Okay, so we have these walls like that. Okay, that's what we're going to start with. Now I have this one little section. Then I'm going to hit my escape key or delete to get rid of that. And I have this one little piece in here that I don't want, so I'm going to click on that. And I'm just going to drag the wall end from here to here, so it heals it, okay? So what I did there to show you that again is if it's too long here, I'm going to click on it, and you see this small circle here? I can click on that and drag it up and go ahead and pull it up like that. So this is the thing. Things are very editable in Revit. You're able to move things back and forth. Let me just stop. How are you guys doing? Do you need me to repeat anything?
No, looks
I'm
good.
good.
You guys getting there? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for the feedback, you guys. It does help. Okay, so what I've got right now is I went ahead and put this together. Now let's take a look at this. Let's see what we built so far. It's always good to look at it in 3D. So over here, I'm going to go up here to my little 3D building at the top on the quick access toolbar and click on default 3D view and take a look at it. And this is what we've created so far. So this is what we have, okay? And then you could go ahead and shade it if you wanted to. So we'll go ahead and shade it. And boom, you got that right there. So far, so good. It's looking great. Okay, so I'm going to go back to level 1. Now I see I'm building something. I'm going to do something else here that's kind of cool. And I'm going to draw a circular wall. Okay, so let me show what I mean by that. What does he mean? What does he mean? Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this right here. I'm going to do I'm going to share something over here. I'm going to go to here. And what I want to do right now is I want to draw this circle. Okay, I'm going to draw the circular wall right here. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'll go ahead and place this, and I'll put that in right now. So that's going to be a circular wall. So to do this, I'm going to go back to Revit. And when I go back to Revit, it's going to let me see what I've been drawing. So back over to here, and I want to draw that circular wall. So to do this, I start my wall command again. So I go to wall command. And now that I'm in here right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose circle. Okay, so I've got a line, I've got a rectangle option, I got a polygon, and I got a circle. So I'm gonna click on circle. So when I click on circle, I want to click on this wall right here in the center. Okay, so you'll notice that I pull my cursor until I see the midpoint. And once I see it, I'm gonna click. Now, when I do this, I'm able to go ahead and make this any size I want to. So I can just go ahead and pull it out until I see 14 feet, and then I'll click. And boom, I now have that in place right there. Pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna hit my escape key a couple of times or hit modify. And that is how I begin to make circular walls. Okay, so I've got that right there. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. Okay, now I'm going to put in a door. Okay, so to put, oh, before I go any further, one thing that I've got going on here, which is a little bit non-standard, is the fact that all the walls are the same thickness. Okay, so I want to change that right now. So now that I'm here, I'm going to make my outside walls thicker. I'm going to make them 12 inches 12 inches thick. So I'm going to go ahead and hover the cursor over this top wall, and then I hit my tab key. So you hover your cursor, hit your tab key. And when you do that, all of the outside walls get selected. I hit my tab key, now they're all selected. And when I've got that, I'm going to click. And when I click that, then this shows up over here. And then I can go ahead and edit those. And I can go down here and choose generic 12 inches right here. So I'll choose generic 12 inches and watch what happens to the walls. I click and they thicken up right there. So I went ahead and I selected the exterior walls and I made them 12 inches. So now they're thicker. So that's something that I did right there. And then when I'm done, I can click anywhere outside of the object or hit my escape key. That's what I can do to go ahead and to maintain where I'm at. How are we doing? You guys still with me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so now that I've done that, now I'm going to add a door. Okay, we saw the door in the other in the PowerPoint I have here. So I'm going to show you this. This is the door. So we're going to put a door up here. Can you guys see this right here? The PowerPoint with the door right up here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go back over into Revit and we're going to put the door in. So to put this in here, we're going to go up here and we're going to zoom in on this upper left corner. We're going to zoom in here so we can see it better. So it's easy to put this in place. We're going to do this. So now that we're here, we are going to click on door. Okay, so you click on door. Now, when you click on door, something kind of cool happens. And that is over here. It shows us 36 by 84. And that's okay. We'll use that one. We want to use this option right here, tag on placement. We talked about door tags. We talked about tagging items and then being able to look at them in schedules and so forth. Schedules and lists, which would then be able to allow you to list out the equipment. So we're going to go ahead and click on tag on placement. So we'll click on there. So when you click on tag on placement, you're going to notice that right now I have the universal not allowed symbol right here. Okay. And so it's saying, and so, oh man, you know, Revit sucks. Well, no, Revit is intelligent. Revit realizes that you're not going to put a wall in the middle of a door in the middle of a room. That doesn't make sense. But watch what happens when I hover over a wall. Boom, the door shows up. So now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't. So we're just going to go ahead and take this and we're going to drop it right here. We'll go ahead and drop the door right there, boom, and it gives it a room number. Okay, it gives it a room number, that's one thing. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to change the location from 3 feet. I'm going to click there and make it 2'6", like that. And so now that's in place right there. And let's see here. So now that I have that, we are in good shape, and that is what we have right there. So now we have that going on. And by the way, if it's not in the proper configuration, you could flip the door, like I'm doing right here. You could go ahead and use this to flip the door configuration, or you can use these right here to flip it inside or outside, okay? Like this. Okay, so those are a couple things that you are going to be aware of as you work through here. So we have that, it's in place, and we are good to go. And now let's go ahead and zoom to extent. So zoom to extent means you double click your wheel and then you see all your project, and that is it. So what you want to do is save your project. So go to File and Save, and that project is now complete. Okay, so we got that done. Now we're going to close it. So go to File, and we're going to close out of there. File and close. So we got that done. That's a brief introduction to how we create a building. So now what we're going to do is now we want to open that simple building that we opened before. So you guys should have it right here. Do you guys see simple building right here in your recent documents? You guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a yes for most of you?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so we downloaded it before, so double click on it, we're gonna open it up. And what you're gonna see is this is the same project that you just did. In other words, all the editing you just did is now been carried on into this, and it just kind of, in case you didn't get it right, or in case you didn't finish the project, this one's finished for you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of a workout here. So let me show you what this is gonna look like. So we're gonna continue on here, and we are going to continue to move on. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to this, and I'm gonna go out here. Can you guys see my PowerPoint again?
Yep.
Okay, so down here, we're gonna work with some basic move tools now. And now this is gonna look real familiar to you. See this right here? This is the move command. And the icon is just like AutoCAD. This is the copy command, just like AutoCAD. This is the rotate command, just like AutoCAD. Here's the mirror icon, and that's not just like AutoCAD, but that's okay. It still does the same thing as AutoCAD's mirror command. And then the array command is here. That's also just like AutoCAD. So you can see that there is a familiarity with these different tools. So you got move, copy, rotate, mirror, and array. So we have these right here. So we're going to work on this a little bit to get this to work here, to understand how to do these basic commands. Okay, now what you've got right here is we're going to work on these. We're going to see how these work in this example right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few changes right here so it looks like this here. So the first thing that we're going to do as we get into this is we are going to delete something. And the first thing we're going to delete is going to be this top. There's actually a top part of this circular wall, okay? We're going to get rid of that first of all by using the split, the delete command. We're going to go ahead and delete the top of that. So let's go back out here to Revit. So we'll go to here, and I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to go back to Revit, and we are going to do this. Back into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll into here to take a look at it, and I'm going to click on the top part of this circle. You notice I can click the top or click the bottom. I can click the top and hit my delete key. And when you do that, it's gone. Okay, so we went ahead and did that, and that's gone. So once we've done that, we've started the process of making this work right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the vertical interior wall, door, and door tag. Now what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to copy this wall, this door, and this door tag. I'm going to copy them all over to the side here. So to do this, I have to hold my control key down to select more than one element. So I'm going to do these like this. I'm going to zoom into here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on that, and it's selected. So I want to select the door tag first. Then I'm going to press down the control key with one finger and click on here. And now both those two elements are selected. And then over here, I'll click on that. So 3 elements are selected. How do I know 3 elements are selected? Because over here it says common 3. Tells me I have 3. Well, I'll show you how to select those one more time. You click on this, all right, and it's selected. Hold your control key down and click here. And with the control key still held down, you're going to click there. And that's how we select those. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so now that we have those, well, okay, do you guys all have that much right there?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to use the copy command. This gets kind of good here. The copy command is right here. You got the move command here, and you got the copy command here. So we're going to go to copy. And so there's a little video here that shows how to copy. So the copy command goes like this. You start the copy command like you see here, and then you're able to go ahead and take it and copy it distances up, okay? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to click on copy. So click on copy, and then I want you guys to take notice of something. A couple things are going on. First of all, you want to have your options set like this. You want it to be constrained, and you want it to be multiple. We want to make multiple copies here. So we're going to make sure we put a check mark here in multiple. So that way it won't just stop after we make one. So you want it to be constrained, and you want to have multiple turned on. Now, if you look at the very left corner down here, it says click to enter move start point. Now full stop. What that's asking us to do is we have to pick a base point just like we did with AutoCAD. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a point like right down here. See, I'm at the end point right here. I'm at the bottom. So I'm going to put my cursor right at the bottom of this, and I'm going to click. All right, that's my start point. Now I'm going to pull it over to the right here. I'm going to pull it over to the right, and I'm going to just type in 16 for 16 feet. And it copies it all over. Then I'm going to pull it over again and type in 16 again. And it's going to copy it again. Pull it over to the right again. Type in 16 again. Boom. And I'm going to do this for a total of 5 doors. This is going to be 16 more time. Boom. So what I just did there is I copied it along here, and it created doors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually incrementing the number up each time. And then I'll hit my escape key to end it. Hit my escape key a couple times. So what I just did there is I created 5 new walls, and the rooms are now in place along with that. So I went ahead and did that. Any questions about that there?
No, I'm still watching.
You guys still with me? Okay, that work okay for you, Shane? All right, Kelly, that work for you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. All right, we're gonna move on here. Shannon, that work okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so what I just did there, let's make sure we're following along here. We understand what we're doing here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back, and I'm going to go back to here. I'm going back to here. We're gonna talk about what we just did here. So what did we do so far? Well, what we did is we drew, we basically cut off the top of the circle. We did that. And then we went ahead and copied these along here using the copy command. So we went ahead and did that. So this is just basic kind of AutoCAD stuff, really. And so now what we're going to do next is we are going to use the mirror command to mirror this last door over here. So the mirror will actually face the door will face the other direction. So back over to AutoCAD here, we're going to go back, or rather to Revit, and back to Revit, and we're going to continue on with this. And we are going to mirror that door. So to do this, I'm going to zoom into here, okay? And this is actually not too difficult to do. It's not at all, really. And what we're going to do is we're going to select this, this door tag by clicking on it, and hold our control key down and click the door. So you select the door and the door tag. Okay, now once you've done that, we're going to use this one mirror option right up here. It looks like mirror and pick axis. And this is where there's going to be a little video that shows up here. And this shows us how we can mirror a door, just like you see here, around the midpoint. Okay, when you do that, it goes ahead and copies the door. So we'll click on mirror pick axis. And with this selected, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick this point here. You're going to see that it's a dashed blue line. And we'll click on it. And when you click on it, boom, it goes ahead and flips it over to the other side. So now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it incremented up to 6. And then we hit our escape key. So that's how we go ahead and begin to put this together. So we used the delete option, the copy option, and the mirror option. So we have all these in place right here. Looking good, guys. Looking very good. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's see here. What's next here? Okay, so we did that. Let's see here. We did that. Okay, now we're going to use reference planes, and let's see here. Let's see how this works here. Interesting. Okay, let me see what we got going on here. And okay, so we're going to use reference planes right now. Okay, so reference planes are just basically construction lines. Okay, and construction lines allow us to actually put down some lines so we can actually draw according to some particular grid that we might want. So I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to go back over here to this. And the next thing we're going to do right now is we are going to place this right here, this item right here, down here, actually right here. This is where we're going to place. This is actually going to be a desk. We're going to place it right there. So to get it to go right there, we are going to create what are called reference planes. So to do this, it's actually not hard to do. I'm going to show you every step of how to do this. Can you guys see Revit right now?
Yeah.
Okay, up here you can see my cursor. Up at the top right of my screen, I've got a thing called reference plane. We're going to put in 2 reference planes. We're going to make one vertical and one horizontal. So let's make the vertical one first. We'll click right up here for the reference plane, and we're going to hover a cursor right here, and you're going to see center right there, and that's where you're going to drop it. And or midpoint, they'll both do the same thing. And we're going to go ahead and click it and drag it straight down. Just go ahead and click and drag it straight down. Doesn't matter how far. And once you've done that, it's going to give you this reference plane. And then we're going to pull this over here, and we're going to click here and draw it straight across like that. And it doesn't matter where, because we'll place it later. So once you got that, you have 2 reference planes, okay? And they cross just like that. That's all you want to do. Let me know if you guys need help with that, but you're just going to basically draw 2 reference planes, and they'll look like that, like a dashed green line. That working okay there, Shane?
Yeah, that worked out.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, Alex, is that working okay?
Yep, I got it.
Okay. All right. Next thing we're going to do here is now what we're going to do is we're going to use our temporary dimensions to make this go down to a total of 20 feet from the other. So I'm going to click on there. Now, when I click on there, you're going to see that my distance is 19 feet 9 and 107 128. How's that for precision? Okay. But anyway, that's more than we need. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to change to 20. Okay, so it's 20 feet. Hit my enter key, and boom, it goes ahead and moves a little bit. And yours will do the same thing. So you just want to go ahead and make it like that. So it says 20 feet. So you click on the temporary dimension, and this is how Revit really shines. You go ahead and place that. Did that work okay for you there, Kelly?
Yep.
Okay, Dimitri, that work okay?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, we'll continue on here. Thank you for feeding back to me. It really helps. I'm going to hit my escape key. I hit my escape key. So now I've got these reference planes. So what I'm going to do right now, this is where it gets cool. Now we're going to start to see how Revit really starts to give us some really interesting looks up here. So up here, we're going to click on component. Click on component. All right, when you click on component, you're going to see a desk. And that is what we're going to use right here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take that desk and we're going to pull it in. So just start to move into, once you click on component, the desk is automatically going to be attached to your cursor. Now, it's in the wrong configuration. I want it to be rotated up. So to rotate it up, this is kind of cool here. Hit your space bar. And when you hit your space bar, it rotates it up. And then once it rotates it up, we're just going to take it and slide it right into this location there and drop it right there. And then hit your escape key twice. So we're going to drop it right there. And then what we're going to do is it's not perfectly centered, so we need to move it so it is. Okay. Are you guys all good there? Shane, did you get that desk dropped in there?
Yep.
Okay. Did that work okay there, Shanna?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Gonna move on here. Okay. So I'm going to zoom in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over a little bit. So I'm going to use my move command. So to move it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select this desk. I'm going to click on the desk I just moved and it turns blue. And now what I want to use is I want to use the move command. The move command looks like this right up here. The move command allows me to move an item from one location to another. And in this particular case, the default move location is going to be the midpoint. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this. So I'm going to click on move. Okay. Then it asks me what my start point is. It's going to be right here. I want it to be right here. You'll notice that the midpoint is selected. I can grab this for the midpoint. I'm going to click. I'm going to drag it over till it intersects with the two lines right there, like that. Just click and drag it over. That's all you're going to do. So now it's perfectly positioned for us to make an array. And just to show you what we're doing here, just so you're clear what it's going to look like, we are going to do this with it. We're going to take it. Can you guys all see this right now, where this is all going to go into a circle configuration? Can you guys see those desks?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, that's where we're going with this. That's where we're going with this. That's what's going to happen here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this happen right here. So to do this, it's not difficult. You just got to follow along and kind of understand where we're going. And that's up to me to make sure it's clear. And so now that we have that in place, the next thing we're going to do is we are now going to zoom out a little bit and we're going to make an array. An array is essentially a method by which we make a pattern of copies. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to the array command. And so to get there, we have to go to the modify panel. So we click on the modify tab. So click on the modify tab. And when you click on the modify tab, it changes your menu. Okay, the modify tab is going to give you all these kind of basic AutoCAD type commands: move, copy, rotate, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to choose array. Array looks like this right here. It looks like a square made up out of 4 squares. And here it shows you how to make an array command. It's going to show you how to make this, and this is going to be a rectangular array. And this is how you're able to go ahead and to multiply this out and make a rectangular array. So, but we're going to make a polar array or radial array. So we're going to click on that, and it starts the array command. Okay, so it starts the array command. And once you start the array command, what we're going to do here, okay, make sure it's, okay, click on that. And when you click on the array command, let me see some here. First thing is select the desk. I'm sorry. I'm going to hit my escape key. I should have selected my desk first. So I click on the desk. So select the desk and it turns blue. That's the first step. So sorry, I didn't do that. So hit your escape key, click the desk so it turns blue. Okay, so once it turns blue, now we're gonna go back to array. We click on array. And when you click on array right here, there's a few things we want to change here. First of all, up here at the top, you're going to notice that we have this is the linear option. You can tell because it's in a line. It's got a bunch of items in a row. This one is radial. That's what we want to do. We're going to make a circular option. So that's radial. So we click on radial. And once we have this, we're going to uncheck group and associate. We don't want them to be grouped. So we're going to uncheck it right here. So you uncheck that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set the number to 15. We're going to make 15 of these bad boys and erase the ones we don't want. So we're going to go over here. We're going to make radial, uncheck group and associate, 15 of these. And we're going to set the move to second. Okay, this is going to allow us to move this to the second location. And then what we're going to do is we have all that in place right here. Now, once we've done that, there is this right here that is called the center of rotation. You see it right here? The center of rotation is the pivot point right here. So that's the pivot point. Now, I don't want it there because what I want them to do is I want them to rotate actually from up here. So I'm going to click and drag this little circle. Click and drag this little circle up to here. And I'm going to drop it right there. And when you do this, it's going to look like that. That is how we do that. I'll show you that one more time. I'll put it right back to where it was. Okay, this was actually back here. I don't want it there. I want to click on this. I'm going to drag it right up here and drop it there. That's my center rotation, and this is where you want to rotate through. That's what you want to do. So once you've done that, the angle that we want is a full 360. So 360, and then go ahead and hit your enter key. And when you hit the enter key, it should do this. Okay? Did that work for you, Kelly?
Yeah.
Okay, Shane, did that work for you?
Yes, I have a question. Are the commands the same for Revit as they are for AutoCAD?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Like key commands, are they the same for Revit as they are AutoCAD?
Very similar. Very
okay,
similar.
so like move, I can hit enter. And...
Oh, okay. Okay, actually, actually, they are not. They are close though. You can basically type in keys though. That's I thought you were asking if you can type in keys, and you can. For the move command, it's MV. You type in MV. For a line, you type in AL. And there's actually a whole bunch of them, but all these commands can also be typed in. Yes.
Right.
All right.
Because I was gonna say it seems to be faster for me to do it that way versus.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And so, okay, so now that we have this, you should have a complete circle of these. So now what we're going to do is we're going to delete all the desks outside the room. So that means anything outside the room down there, we're going to delete it. So we'll just go one at a time. We're going to select these and delete them. Okay, and that's just going to clean this up considerably. So that's looking better there. So we went ahead and did that. And then once you've done that, just to give yourself an idea as far as what you've drawn so far, take a look at it in 3D. Take a look at it in 3D, and you're going to see like, ooh, look at that. Okay, it's starting to look like something now. Okay, so you have this, and then we could take a look at this and go to our consistent colors, and now you're seeing right here, you've actually got these desks all rotated around that circular kind of a column thing, highly technical language, and that's what you got right there. So now this thing's starting to come together. Okay, now over here, the next thing we're going to look at is these right here. Okay, we've got a structural column and an architectural column. The structural column is the iron right here, and the architectural column is the piece that's going to go inside. So we go back to level one. Go back to level one, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to make an array of these columns. Okay, so to do this right now, we're going to go ahead and zoom in to the lower left right here. Okay, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to select the square architectural column and drag it over so it lines up with the wall. So that means you click here and just drag it so it actually sets right there. It's going to automatically sit by its midpoint on that dimension line. You just want to drag it on top of that dimension line. We'll fix it later, but that's just to show you how this would work. So once we have that there, we're then going to set the distance, the temporary, you see my temporary dimension right there, presently says, I want to make it say 18. It's basically, I want to make it say 8 feet. So I'm going to click there. Instead of mine being 4 foot, so I'm going to change to 8, and that's going to move it. So I basically do that so it's 8 feet off. Okay. So it's 8 feet off, and that's what you want to do. So you want to just come align it with that, and then go ahead and change that. And once you have this, we're going to place the structural column at the center. So we're going to click on this, we're going to drag this over here, and we're going to drop it right there. Okay, I'll show you that one more time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this structural column, which is what that is right there. That's a structural column. I'm going to click on it, and once it's highlighted, it's going to take it and drag it, and it's going to find the midpoint automatically. So I'm going to leave it there. So now what I've got is I got the I-beam on top of this square column. So I have that right there. So we're looking good right now. So now we're looking good. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate this column, okay? And the reason why we're going to do this is because that is how it is actually displayed. Hang on, what's going on here? Why did that go? Hang on a second here. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to here just to show you how this works. Next thing I'm going to do is you'll notice that these are all rotated, okay? They're actually at a 45-degree angle, so we're going to rotate those. And then we're going to get into this next thing here. So I'm going to go to here, and we're going to rotate those. So can you guys see Revit right now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to select these like this. To select them, you just go ahead and click without touching it and drag over the top, going from left to right. And when you do that, they will both be selected, and they'll turn blue. And then once they're selected, we are going to use rotate. Rotate's right up here. We're going to click on rotate, and the little video is going to show up to show us how to rotate. We go ahead and use the rotate command. It allows us to take this, and you're going to pick a point and create what's called a ray, and then you're going to rotate it based upon that ray. Okay, that's what we're going to do right here. So we start the rotate command, and we're going to start it right down here. This is where we're going to start. We're going to go from a angle going over to the right. We're going to click, and we're going to drag it straight up until we see 45 degrees, and we're going to click like that. And that's going to go ahead and place it right there. So we just rotated that 45 degrees. Is that working okay for you, Dimitri?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Did that work for you okay?
Yes.
That rotate? Okay, very good. Shane, that work okay?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Next thing, we're now going to create an array across the front here. We are going to make an array of 10 of these, okay? So it's still selected. Okay, it's still selected right now. If they're not, go ahead and select them again. And we're going to make an array. Okay, the array is right up here. We used it before. So we're going to make an array this time, and this one's going to be linear. So we're going to change this option right here. We're going to change it to linear. Oh, okay, I didn't, okay. So we go back to there, and I'm going to go to array, and I click on array. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose linear. And then under linear right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to uncheck group and associate. It already is unchecked. And then the number of these is going to be 10. Okay, so it's going to be 10. And then the move to is going to be set to last. So we're going to go ahead and use last, okay? So this is going to allow us to pick where we're going to end up. So we're going to have a total of 10 where we have the first location, and we're going to tell it the last. So we click on last, and then we're going to go ahead and pull our cursor over to here. Actually, now once you have that, we're going to click on the start point, which is right here. Start point is right there. You want to click on the midpoint there. And then the end point is over here. And you're going to click there. So start point, and then end point, and then click, and boom, it's going to populate that with 10 columns. All right, that's the array command, and then we're going to go up here and take a look at it in 3D just to see what it looks like. And it's going to look like that, which is pretty cool. Okay, did that work okay for you, Kelly?
Yep.
All right, looks like you guys are doing well following along here. Very good. Okay, okay, so we have that right now. Let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is with that right there, we're going to save it. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on from there. That might be, let's see here. Okay, there's a few other tools we can work with here, and then we'll move on from there. So that's, yeah, we're just going to do one more. We're doing one more, and then I'm going to show you guys how to, then we'll take a little break. Then I'll show you guys what the project is for tonight. And the project won't be too difficult, okay? So I promise you that. And so now we have this, we're going to go to File, and we'll go to Close. We're going to File and Close. And that's, we're going to sit here, and we're going to park here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to go back to my Blackboard. And under Blackboard, I'm going to go to here. Can you guys see Blackboard right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to scroll down here, and for this week right here, I've got Revit Floor Plan 1, weeks 9 and 10, which is right there. We're going to go here, and now we're going to go here, and we're going to download a couple things here. We're going to download Revit Simple Building 2. let's go ahead and download that. We'll go ahead and click on it, and Revit Simple Building 2 will actually download here. And once it downloads, double click on it. And when you double click on it, it's going to open up a basically the same thing you had before, only it's basically been set up so that it's got a couple dimensions and stuff. Okay, Shane, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Dimitri, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. And Shanna, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for keeping up, you guys. Okay, you guys are doing awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to split a wall here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to split the wall here. So let me show you what I mean by that. Well, split the wall, what's he mean? I'll show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to go over here to my slide, and you guys should be able to see this. And what I'm going to do is we're going to look on aligning elements and splitting walls and trimming and extending. Okay, so it's going to look like this when we're done. So the first thing we're going to do is right here, you have this you have this line that's right here. We're going to split that and delete the inner segment, and then we're going to go ahead and do some additional items right here, aligning and mirroring and so forth. So we'll get into some cool stuff here. So what we're going to do here is we are now going to go back to Revit, and what we're going to do at this point is we are going to use split element. All right, so back into Revit. Can you guys see Revit okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to zoom in to, okay, you want to zoom in here to this kind of center section here, and we are going to use a tool on the Modify panel. So we're going to click on Modify up here. You click on Modify, that brings us back to the set of tools. So you click on the Modify tab, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to use Split Element. Split Element looks like this right here. So we're going to use Split Element, and this shows us what we're going to do. We're going to use Split Element by using this little X-Acto knife and click here and click there to delete that inner segment. So we'll go ahead and click on Split Element, and then over here we want to choose Delete Inner Segment right here. This gets rid of it, cleans it up. So you want to choose Delete Inner Segment, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to drag our cursor right here. It looks like a little X-Acto knife. We're going to click there, and then we're going to click over here. When we click on that, boom, it clears out that chunk of wall, okay? Clears out that chunk of wall. So we have that there. That was pretty easy. And then you can hit your escape key twice to get out of there. Or Modify works the same way. So we went ahead and split that. Did that work okay for you, Dimitri?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll continue on here. So now the next thing we're going to do here, make sure I'm not forgetting anybody here. Oh, by the way, is this all working for you too? They're okay, Nathan?
Yeah, it's working good.
Okay, good. Okay, all right, we're going to continue on here. And the next thing we're going to do is, now that we've done this, on page, you don't guys care about a page, but I'm actually working through the thing here. It's actually the same exercise I gave you guys that you didn't do, but that's okay. I want to make sure you guys go through this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my offset command. I'm going to offset something. And we learned about offsets before. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. And the next wall I'm going to make is going to be the one I'm going to show you here, which is going to be this offset wall, which looks like this here. This is the wall I'm going to offset. And this is, I'm going to go ahead and grab it here. This is the wall that we're going to offset. We're going to offset it actually from the top down. We're going to offset this wall right here. We're going to go down with it here. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so that's the next thing. And so back over to here, we're going to go back to Revit, and we're going to do an offset. So to do this, I'm going to start the offset command. And the offset command is right up here. It looks kind of like, I don't even know what to call it. It's the offset command. And it kind of looks like a sideways P maybe, I don't know, something. But the offset command, a little video is going to load here. And by the way, part of these videos is they teach you how to learn Revit. So you can actually use your offset command to offset different elements. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're using offset right now. And once we start the offset command, we're going to use an offset distance here. So under offset distance, we're going to change it to 14 for 14 feet. So we're going to make it 14 feet there. Hit our enter key. So now my offset distance is 14. So I started my offset command. I made it 14, and I'm going to make a copy here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select the top horizontal wall. Now watch this. I'm going to touch it here. You'll notice it can go up or it can go down. I want to make sure it's going to go down. So I'm going to hover my cursor here so it goes down. I'm going to click. And boom, it's going to give me that wall right there. So I went ahead and offset that. And now what I'm going to do is with the offset still active, I'm going to change the offset to 10 feet. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to show you something here. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make this other wall. Okay, the other wall you see is this one right here. I'm going to make, I went ahead and offset this wall. I'm going to make another wall, and that's going to be, which one I'm going to make right here? I'm going to make, yeah, I'm going to offset this wall to go over. Okay, so I'm going to offset this wall right here. So going back here, I'm going to do that. So back over to here. While I'm still in the offset command, I still am, I'm going to change my offset distance up here to 10 feet. So now I'm going to change to 10, hit my enter key. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset this last vertical wall over to the side like this. So I'm going to hold it here, and I want it to go to the right. I don't want it to go to the left. I want it to go to the right. So I'll click here and make sure it's there. Boom, I'll click there, and it goes ahead and offsets it over there. So we're good to go there. And then I'm going to hit my escape key twice. Boom, boom, hit my escape key. Now, once I've done that, I want to select the new horizontal wall, which is this big fat one. Now, this is too thick of a wall for the inside of a structure. That's a 12-inch wall. That's too big, so we're going to change it. So we're going to click on this, and when we click on that, we're going to change the wall to basic wall interior 3 1/8 inch. Okay, so we're going to change it. So we're going to go up here and change that up here to 3 1/8 inch partition right up here. So anyway, click on that, and that'll go ahead and make that thinner. So we click on this, boom, and that thins that wall out. So now we're looking at a very respectable floor plan right here. It looks very good there. Did that work okay for you there, Shane?
Yeah, my Revit's starting to slow down. It's like almost frozen.
Oh, okay. All right. Kelly, that work okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're just about there, guys. Just hang on here. We're getting there. Okay. So next thing we got right here is we're going to use trim and extend multiple elements. Now, this looks like this here. Trim, extend multiple elements looks like this. And I'm going to let the video go just to show you what we're going to do here. This allows you to select a cutting point and then select the items that you want to cut away from it. Okay, so it's going to allow us to do this. So you're going to click on the part you want to keep. You're going to select the elements you want to keep. So to do this right now, we're going to click on trim and extend, and then it asks us, the first thing is what we want to use to trim against. So select the reference as the trim extend boundary, which is this. This is our trim extend boundary, the horizontal line. So we click there. Now, once we clicked on that, we're going to select every other wall below the new wall. And that means we're going to select what we're going to keep. So we're going to click on this first wall here, and it's going to trim it. And then we're going to select this wall over here, every other wall, and it's going to trim it. And then we're going to select on this wall over here, and we're going to trim it like that. And so once you've done that, you trim those walls off against that horizontal line. So that means we clicked underneath, and it cleared out what's above. So now what we want to do is we're now going to use trim and extend to corner, which is this tool right up here. Trim, extend to corner, and we'll watch the video. The trim, extend to corner allows you to fill in an area like that. So you click on the line that you want it to extend to, and that's what we're going to do right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on two different walls to make this work here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click here and here. And when you click on those two, it trims that off like that. And this is how we go ahead and create offset walls and how to use trim. Trim is a very powerful command. And it works just like the AutoCAD command. All right, did that work okay for you, Kelly?
I got lost somewhere.
Okay, do you need me? Okay, you need me to back up here? Let me back up here. I'll show you guys that again. Okay, so you guys all have this horizontal line right here? You guys all have that?
Yeah.
Okay, now to trim, we'll do this one more time. So the trim is right up here. We'll start the trim and extend. So when you start the trim, the first thing it asks you to do down here is select a reference as the trim extend boundary. In other words, what do you want to trim against, which is this line right here, this wall. So we click on this wall, and then it asks us to select what you want to keep. Well, we want to keep this first one. Actually, yeah, we click here, we want to keep this first one. We skip this one. We click on this one. We want to trim that one too. We skip this one, and we click on this one. Okay?
Got it.
All right, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to end the command, hit my escape key a couple times, and now I want to use trim and extend to corner. This allows me to click here, and I'm going to click this line here, and then this line here. And when I do that, it trims out to that corner like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add doors into these 3 new rooms, okay? So to add doors, you guys know I'll hit my escape key. I'm going to show you a quick way to do this. To do this, to add doors into 3 new rooms, click on this door. And when you click on this door, it's highlighted, and you can right-click your mouse, and you can choose Create Similar right here. Create Similar. This is a fast way to do this. You click on Create Similar, and we're going to put a door right here, like that. And then we're going to put another one right over here, like that. And then we're going to put another one right here. And we're going to go ahead and go there, and we're going to rotate it like that. And so we're up to number 9, okay, when we do that. So that's how we go ahead and use that. And we just went ahead and put in additional doors, okay, going through this right here. So went ahead and did that. Did that make sense there? Shane, did that work for you?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, very good. Okay, last thing, we're gonna do one last thing here. We're gonna do an alignment, okay? Now, I'm gonna hit my escape key. The alignment allows us to take these different elements and to align to a certain other element. So I'm gonna click on this reference line here. The reference line down here, I click on it, and there's a little circle that shows up at the top of it. So again, the reference plane is this right here. It's this vertical green line. I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. I'm going to go ahead and click on that and pull it on up. I'm going to pull it on up so it goes up like that. And what I want to do is I want to use that as my alignment point. So I pull that up so I have something to align to. And then my align command is right here. I'm going to go up here to align. The align command always operates where you click what you want to align to, and then you select what you want to be impacted, what you want to change. So we'll go to align, and we'll click on this green line here. And then we'll go here and click on this. And we want to zoom in to get the midpoint if we can. There it is. And pull it down here to get the midpoint. You may have to go underneath it and click on that, and it will go ahead and align it like that. And that's the align command. So align command is actually very useful, and that's something we'll see a little bit more of. So that's that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and any questions about that? Are there any questions about what we went through? Is there anything you guys want me to repeat?
No.
Okay, let's save this, and we're just going to take, well, let's maybe stand up and stretch. Oh, I'm going to do the same thing. We're just going to kind of finish this off right here, and we'll probably be able to do this together. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do this, and then I'll let you guys, you can kind of work along with me. And if you don't have your Revit, this is something that will be on the recording, so you'll be able to go ahead and address this later. So we're going to go ahead and take a little break here. I'm just stretching right now, and I'm getting something to drink, and we will continue in just a second here. So, we'll do this. So 1 second. And you guys plan on watching the presidential debate tonight?
Probably not.
Probably not? All right. Starts at 9 o'clock if anyone's interested in it, and my son here, he's actually, both my sons are here. I think we're going to wind up seeing at least part of it. I don't know if we'll stick with it, but I think we're going to start, and we'll do that. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm working the polls, you guys. I'm actually going to be a poll worker coming up here. So I'll be sitting in the poll. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to have me do, but I think I'm going to be kind of scurrying around, making sure that nobody is cheating the vote, and making sure everybody has the help they need, and making sure that everybody has what they need. So that's what I'm going to be doing on election day. So my wife and I are doing that. So that's kind of cool. So moving on to this next thing. Now that we have some basic idea as far as how to do some stuff in Revit, I'm going to show you guys something really cool here. And that is, I'm going to show you guys how to start a CAD drawing, start a Revit drawing from a CAD drawing. So I'm going to close out of here. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to close it. I'm going to close out of there. And so now I'm going to go back to Blackboard because I got more content. I'm going to go back over to here, go back to Blackboard. I'm going to download some other content. Okay, so the content that I am going to load in here is actually on here, which is going to be Revit Floor Plan 1, weeks 9 and 10. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to download a couple of things. I got Revit Floor Plan 1 template. So this is a template. I want to download that. And so just download that. And we're not going to double click on it this time. We're actually just going to open up and use it. So we're going to go ahead and download that. So the Revit floor plan is now in place. I'm going to go back. I need to get some other content here. Back to my Revit floor plan. I'm now going to grab this CAD floor plan. And you're going to see what this is in a minute. So I'm going to click on CAD floor plan 1. I'm going to download that. So I just went ahead and downloaded that. What's he doing? Why is he doing all this? Well, you'll see in a minute. All right, so now that I've done all this, let me show you something that we're going to draw here. The Revit floor plan, let's see here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw the Revit floor plan, and we're going to submit it here. Right here where it says Revit floor plan 1, this is where you're going to submit it. But we have these different items in place right here. So what are we going to do here? What we're going to do next is we are going to go to Revit, and we downloaded the CAD floor plan and the Revit floor plan 1. Okay, do you guys have those downloaded?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to Revit. So I'm going to go to here. I'm going to share this. I'm going to go back to Revit by going to here, and I'm back to Revit now. So what I'm going to do right now is wherever it's saved that particular file, I'm going to open it right now. So I'm going to go to New. I'm going to click on New for my model, and then for my project, I want to go out and find that template. So I'm going to browse. So I'm going to click on Browse, and I'm going to take a look for it. So for me, mine, I know went in my downloads. So here are my downloads, and right here is my Revit floor plan. And I can even tell that it's today's date, October 22nd at 8:03. I've got that, so I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to hit Open. And that's going to open this up, and so it's going to go. So Revit floor plan 1 template is my template file, and I'll click on OK. And it's going to start this up, and it's going to probably do a little bit of upgrade because I think the original one was in 2018, but that's okay. I've been doing this for a while, and it'll go ahead and open up. All right, did that work for you guys? Did that work for you, Shane? Alex, did that work for you?
No, it actually says failed to open document.
Okay, let's see here. It said failed. Okay, so so you downloaded that, and you downloaded the Revit. Okay, now you sure you didn't try to open the CAD file? You sure you opened the Revit floor plan?
Yeah, I went into my my downloads and it came up with a floor plan.
Okay, let's do this. Can you share your screen with me?
Yeah.
And as we get into this right now, I can troubleshoot with you guys. Okay, I can actually see your screens. So I'm going to stop my share, and then you can share.
Okay. Let's see. There it is. Wait. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, can you see it?
Okay, I can see. Yeah, I'll go to. Okay, so your file and go to New.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. You're going to browse. Yep. And you're going to browse out to to your computer, downloads. Okay, Revit floor plan 1. Click on that. All right, click on it and then hit Open. Okay. Okay. Failed to open document. Okay, why would it do that? Okay, let's go and close out of there. You know what I think I did? Go back to Blackboard. Okay, so you'll have to do a new share probably, and go to Blackboard.
Oh, how do you do that?
I don't know. Just try and go back to Blackboard. See if I might be able to see it. So just close out of here.
Oh, okay. Here.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay. Let's go to go to the Revit floor plan 1 template. Let's go up there and let's click on that. Okay. So that just saved it. Revit floor plan 1. You should be okay there. Now let's go back and let's try this one more time. Go back to Revit and let's see why. Because it shouldn't be doing this. Is that, okay, go ahead and go File and go to New and go to Browse, yep. And yep, go out to Downloads and let's get that most recent, let's go to number 3, that's the most recent one, hit Open. See if it looks that better. Hit OK, come on, please work. I feel I'm not sure why I did that, okay. All right, well, I think you should be okay anyway. I think I just put some, okay. Were the rest of you guys able to open that okay?
I was.
I was.
Okay, so I think everyone else was. All right, Alex, just do this then. Alex, go back, go to File, and go to New, and we'll just have you do this a little differently. It's okay. And just go to change it from Imperial Construction Template to Imperial Architectural. Yep, do that, and then hit OK. And I think you're going to be okay here. I think you might just have to substitute some windows. That's okay. All right.
Okay, thank you.
And if you could stop sharing, I could. Okay, here we go. And now I'm going to go back to here and let me find my tools. Okay, let's see here. Okay, now I'm back to here. I've got it back. Okay, all right. What do I got to do here? Okay, share. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to here. Now that we've done this, for some reason you've got an error. Don't worry about it. It happens occasionally. Now, next thing we're going to do is kind of cool here. What we're going to do is we are going to insert an AutoCAD file. We're going to link a CAD file. So to do this, we are going to go, first of all, make sure on level 1, floor plans level 1. You should already be there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up here on to the Insert tab. Go to the Insert tab right here. And when you Insert tab, you're going to see there's a lot of choices here. And one of them right here is called Link CAD. So we're going to go ahead and grab Link CAD. So you grab Link CAD, and what do you want to grab? We want to grab what we just downloaded today, which is Floor Plan 1. So you want to go ahead and click on it. And before you grab it, you're just going to leave it up there. Okay, you're going to leave it hovering in space there. And we're going to do a couple things here. First of all, you want to be sure that you choose current view only down here. Current view only, that's all you want. You want this. The colors, you want to make them black and white. Don't bother doing the preservation colors. Layers and levels, yep, you want those. Import units is auto detect, that's fine. Positioning is auto. So again, you want current view only. You want colors black and white. Okay, and then once you got that, go ahead and click on open. And it goes ahead and drops it in there. Let's go ahead and zoom into it. Okay. Did you guys get that okay?
Yep.
Okay. So what we just did, okay, did that work okay for you, Kelly, too?
What do I select for current view only?
You want to use current view only, yeah.
Where's that option?
It's
Never mind, I just found it.
It's not, okay, there you go. And so this is what it looks like right here. And what we're going to do right now is going to zoom in. And doesn't this look familiar? This is the file we did before. This is the AutoCAD file that we did before, okay? So what I did right here is I actually provided this for you. And you'll see that the wall width right here is 5 inches. That's how they should be. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go back to the Architecture tab right here. We're going to trace over the top of this thing. So we're going to go to here, go to Architecture, and then when you go to Architecture, you'll see that there's Wall right here. And when you choose Wall, you're going to notice that I've got this basic wall, interior 5-inch wall right here. That's all we're going to use right there. It's a basic wall, interior 5-inch. You might not have this, Alex. Do you see something like this?
I have a generic 5-inch.
Okay, just use generic 5-inch. That's funny. And what we're going to do now, guys, this is kind of cool here. What we're going to do is we are going to do this. I'm going to show you something interesting here. We are going to use this right here, which is pick lines. We're going to use pick lines. We're going to use this right here. So we're going to do this. And then what we're going to do is for our wall location, we're going to use finish face exterior. Okay, finish face exterior. So we're going to use this to pick lines and use finish face exterior. Now let's go see how this works. I'm going to hover my cursor over this right here. Now you notice I'm hovering my cursor right here. It's showing me a dashed line inside, and that's what I want. So I'm going to click there, and boom, it gives me a wall right there. At least it should have. And then you can see the lines right there. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here and touch it here. And I'm just going to go ahead. Oop, I think I went the wrong way. Let me go back, Control Z. That's okay. It should be inside the wall. Make sure it goes inside the wall. Click there, and you want to make sure it goes inside the wall. Okay, it should be, okay, try that again. Okay, it's inside the wall. Then I continue on here. I'm going to go ahead and touch it again. And as I'm going along here, it's going to go ahead and show me this. It's going to begin to draw it. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and do this, and that. Okay, and then I go ahead and go to, come on, you. All right, yeah, right like that. Click there. And then for this end part, I'm just going to take this, I'm going to grab this, I'm going to pull it and drag it back over to here so it joins with the other one. Now, before I go any further, I went ahead and traced that out. Let's take a look at it in 3D and see if it came out okay. So to do this, we click on the 3D element and take a look at it. It should look something like this right here. All right, that's how we go ahead and get that started. Okay, that's how we go ahead and pull that together. Now, one thing that I'm seeing right here is these different walls are not connected. You may be seeing the same thing. So you can fix that. It's easy to fix them. There's a lot of ways to do this. So back to level 1, I'll show you how to do that. Now, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off momentarily, I'm going to turn off my CAD plan, okay? Because this is something you're going to be doing going back and forth with. You know what I should have done? I should have left the colors on for this. Let me see if I can change the colors on this, see if I can get that to come back. So I'm going to go ahead and click on, okay, I'm going to hit my escape key first of all. I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and let me see if I can do this. I'm going to go to here, and what are my properties here? Draw layer, not shared, edit type. Let me do this. Yeah, it's not going to let me do this. I'm going to override the graphics and view. I don't want to confuse you guys. Okay, so we've got this going right here. We're in good shape right here. We've got that. Okay, what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hide this in this view, which means I'm going to go here to this element. I've got it selected. I'm going to click on hide and view this element, and it holds the CAD. It hides the CAD plan. Okay. Did you guys see how I did that?
Could you show me one more time?
I'll show you that one more time. So what you want to do is hit your escape key a couple times so that you know no commands running, and then just hover your cursor anywhere over the plan so you see the rectangle, and click. And when you do that, what you're going to do is we're then going to do this. Once you've done that, we are going to, once it's highlighted, what we're going to do is we're going to right click, and we're going to go to hide and view and choose elements. And it's going to hide the CAD plan, okay? That's just temporarily. We're just going to hide it. It's like turning off the layer. Did that work for you guys?
Yep, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you may have some breaks in your wall. So what you do, just click on a wall like this and drag it by its circle till it joins the other ones. This is a pretty simple process. You just have to you just got to make sure that your walls are all connected. And we'll go ahead and do it that way. So go ahead and do that. And that's kind of how you go ahead and make that happen. All right. So that's how we go ahead and make this work. Okay. So then we have that in place. All right. So now we can continue on drawing. You guys with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to do, now that that is in place right now, I'm going to show you guys something else. We're going to turn our CAD plan back on. So to do that, type in VG, all right? And when you type in VG, you should get this screen come up. Did you guys get this screen come up?
Yeah.
Okay, so under VG, we want to go to imported categories, and over here, we,
I didn't get it to come up. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get it to come up.
You did, okay, let's do this, guys. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna basically start this over again by undoing. So let's just undo right to the very beginning. Okay, I want to undo right to the very beginning of this, and just because I want it to be out of here, so just undo all the way to the beginning, and so you'll be right back to here. Just use your undo. Control Z will undo, and when you're done, it'll look like this. So just do that. Just go back a few steps, and if you can't use undo, hit your escape key a couple times and then use undo. And we're just going to go all the way back. I'm going to leave the colors on this time because it'll make life easier for us. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, do you have them all? Do you have all your everything gone right now, Kelly?
Well, I didn't do the undo thing because my plan still has colors on it.
Oh,
And I got the VG to work, yeah.
All right, you're okay. Your colors are on. Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's go through and do this again. Okay, we're going to turn the CAD plan back on. So to do this, we go to Insert. Oh, okay. Because now I got you guys are all in different places right now. Okay. That's going to make it difficult. Please just undo the very beginning. Undo the very beginning. This will not take long. It'll be very rapid. Okay. So undo to the very beginning. Just humor me, and I'll make this work out a little bit better for you. So undo to the very beginning. Let me know when you guys have your undo to the beginning like mine.
Okay.
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 Shane, you got that done?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, Dimitri, you got that done?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's do this one more time. We're going to link and we're going to go to floor plan. And now we're going to preserve the colors. You want to preserve the colors. You want that to come in as it should. You only want the current view though. The rest of it's okay. So preserve the colors and hit open. Okay, now take a look at it now. This is a little bit better because now you can see some colors here. And it's going to make life a little bit easier on you. Okay, so I just want to make sure you saw that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead. Now we're going to draw walls on top of this. Let's go to architecture again, and we're just going to trace. In this one, we can either pick walls or we can go trace around it. This one, we're going to do this a little bit differently. I think we're just going to go ahead and we're going to, instead of picking walls, we're just going to use our wall command. So let's go to here, under wall. We're going to choose our wall, and we use basic wall. And this time, we're just going to use our line command. Just use your line command this time. And we are going to use the finish face exterior, okay? So for this one, we're just going to trace this out. We're just going to draw it right along. We're not going to use the pick walls. We're going to use the draw line. So we're going to start with here. You're going to pick at this corner right here. You're going to click here. And you'll notice that right here, you're kind of moving along. It's actually going to draw that as you go along here. So we're going to go all the way from here. And we're going to snap it right to the end here. And then we're going to continue on here. And we're going to just go ahead and draw all the way around here. And this is how we're going to draw this. And we're going to go here. We're not going to make a break for the door. We're just going to go ahead straight across because that's the better way to do it. And then we're going to go here. And we're going to go here again. And now we're just going to go all the way down here. I'm going to bring it right down to there. And we're going to hit our escape key to close it. Once you've done that, take a look at it in 3D. All right. And it should look like this with unbroken walls. Let me know if that works for you.
Yes.
Okay, a little bit better, huh? Okay, so now that this is in place right here, this gives us a foundation, okay? So now we have the basic idea. So back to level, oh, I'm gonna hit my escape key, back to level 1. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm now gonna draw my walls inside. I'm gonna draw my interior walls here. So I'm gonna go back over to here, and I'm going to go to my, my wall, architectural, and for this one, I think I might be able to use my center line. Let me see if that'll work. I'm not sure if it'll work, but let me try it. I'm gonna go ahead and go center line here to here. Yeah, it's working great. So you can use center line right now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and trace all these out with my center line option right here. I'm gonna go to here, and then all the way across. And what I'm doing right here is I'm drawing my center lines with cool aplomb, as they say. And I'm gonna go continue on through here, and then down to here. Okay, and then here I'm going to pick up this line here and going to pull it down. And you'll notice it's picking up the center lines because when you start with an AutoCAD plan, it does that for you, which is pretty cool. And so I'm just going to continue on here using this. And we'll go ahead and pick here. And okay, there. And we'll go ahead and go all the way across. And that is how we put in the walls, okay? So that makes life a lot easier. Okay, I'm gonna look at it in 3D so you guys can see it. When you're done, it should look like this. Go ahead and begin to place that in there. And before long, I'm expecting to hear some oohs and ahs, but it's okay if I don't hear them just yet. And that is how we begin to place those in there. Okay, let me know when you guys have that done.
I have it.
Okay, good. Just wait a couple more minutes. Let me know when you guys have that. This is just tracing, so just take your time with it.
I'm all set.
All set, good.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Wait just a little longer. Okay, we'll go ahead and continue on here. So back to level 1. So now I want to just kind of stop and just say something here. It's like what I'm showing you right now is real life. this is how you would place walls on a plan if you already had a CAD plan. It's really a lot easier. So if you have a CAD plan to start with, that's really great. That's really good stuff. So now we have these different elements in here. Now over here, you're going to notice that we have these different locations here. I have some doors and I have some windows. So let's go ahead and put in a 3-foot door right here. So to do this, we're going to go to door. We'll go to door and we'll change this from 30 inch to 36 inches, 36 by 80. We'll go to here and we're just going to go ahead and hover this right on top of this one and get it pretty much on top of this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you should get close. So that's a 36-inch door. I'm going to place it. Boom. And then I can go ahead and use my arrow keys to kind of like, okay, I can go ahead. Okay, don't crash on me. Please don't crash on me. Ah! Come on now. Come on now. What do we got? All right. Come on now. All right. No. Okay. Beautiful. Didn't crash. Okay. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I can just kind of nudge it in position. Okay. So I went ahead and did that and I nudged it. And so as far as the doors, I don't know if it's already up to number 4. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to change that tag from 4 to 1 just because I want to. So to change that, I'm going to have to kind of get in here and kind of grab this and change it to 1. Okay, so we'll do that. And the others we can change, we go along here. So I got number 1 in there, so I got that. Did that door make sense, you guys?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got the door in place. Now these others, I got a 2-foot door here. That's 28 inches. Let me see what my other doors are here. I don't know what doors I have in here. It's been a little while since I did this one. I'm going down here. I've got a 30-inch door, and I got a 32-inch door. Okay, so I got a 32-inch door, so that's my 2'8". So I'm going to use that. So I'll use this for these other 32 inches. So I'll go ahead and place this right here and do this, and I can go ahead and rotate it like that. And I'll put it right here like this, and I'll go ahead and rotate it like that. Okay, so I've got that. So those are my 2'8" doors. I've got another 2'8" door right here, so I'll click it there. I'm going to rotate, swing it like that way. And those are those. And then I've got a 2'6" door right here, and that's 30 inches. So I'll go ahead and put in a 30-inch door, 30 inch by 80 inches. So I'll go here and I'll go ahead and pull this in here. And I'll go ahead and click there, and that's my 30-inch door. And then I have a troublesome thing right here, which is a 2'4" door, which is no good. So I'll leave that to the very end. This is also a 36-inch door right up here. So I'll go to door, and I'll put this 36-inch door right here. 36 by 80, I'll go ahead and drop it here, and I will go ahead and do that. Okay, now once you've got a few doors in there, take a look at it in 3D. And I want you guys to see how this is starting to shape up. Okay, let me know how that's working there. So once you guys have those doors in place, except for the last one, we're going to make that one. Go ahead and tell me you've got it.
Quick question, will it automatically generate numbers for that, or do we have to input those every time?
It will well, actually, you just have to tell it to tag them. If you tell it to tag them, it will do it. Okay, so when you get into the door, for instance, right here, over here, you have the option of tagging it or not tagging it. And then you can also start the number where it's going to start so they sequence up. Okay?
Good.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. Kelly, do you have that done there?
Yeah.
Okay. Shannon, do you have that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and proceed. So we have that. Now we have this door right here. It's got to be 2'4" inches. I'm going to show you how to do this right now. This is something that is a real CAD skill that you will use in real life if you ever work at a firm where they work with CAD. So I got this need for a 2'4" door. That's 28 inches. So let me go back to my doors and let me take a look at them. And as I take a look, you're going to notice I don't have a 28-inch door. So guess what? I got to make one. So to do this, I'm going to grab 30 inch by 80 inches. That's the closest. So grab 30 inches by 80 inches. And once you have that, what we're going to do is we're going to go to edit the type. And this is how you can make a new one. So we'll go in here and we'll edit the type. And we'll go here and we're going to make a duplicate. Up here, you have the ability, once this opens up, you'd have the ability to duplicate. Up here at the upper right, you'll see I've got this. I'm going to click on duplicate or duplicate. And in this case, I'm going to change it from 30 inches to 28 inches by 80 inches. 28 inches by 80 inches, like that. And I'll hit OK. Now, I have to change the width here, because right now it says 2 foot 6 inches. Well, that's not right. I want to make it 2 foot 4 inches, like that. And once I've done that, I've created a 28-inch door. I'll stop there. Let me know when you guys have that.
I'm set.
All set, okay?
All set.
All set, good.
I'm all good.
Okay, good.
I'm good.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and click on OK. So once I've got that, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this baby right here. This is a brand new door I just made. I'm gonna click on it, and then I can rotate it into position like that. Boom, and then if I wanna zoom in real tight, I can use my arrow keys to get it right on top. Oh, I'll hit my escape key. I'm gonna click on that, and I can use my arrow keys to get it right on top of the other lines like that. Very good. Okay, so I've got that. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna save it as, what did I tell you guys to save it? I think I had you guys save it as, let me find out. Go out here to Blackboard. Is it Blackboard? No. Maybe it's here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, my Blackboard. Can you guys see Blackboard right now?
Yep.
Okay. What you're going to do right here is you're going to name this Revit Floor Plan 1. Revit Floor Plan 1 with your name. So it's going to be Revit Floor Plan 1 dash your name. So we're going to save it as that. So back to Revit, and we're going to do this, Revit Floor Plan 1 with your name. So we'll go to File, Save As, Project, and we're going to name it, you're going to put it on your desktop or wherever you want to save it. And it's going to be Revit, I'm going to put my caps, Revit Floor Plan 1 running. Like that. So you want to go ahead and put that, although it's going to be your last name, not mine. So Revit Floor Plan 1, your last name. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. And we'll click on Save. So you have that. So that saves it. Now we're in good shape. Now, all I have to do next is I've got to put in my windows. Now, my windows, I got 4-foot windows and 5-foot windows. So let me see what I've got for my window content. By the way, Alex, how you doing here? Are you doing pretty well with this stuff so far? Are you finding most of this stuff?
Yeah, I'm keeping up with it. It's not too bad. I just hope this won't really be a problem in the future. That'll change too many things for me.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. I don't really, it shouldn't be. But,
Okay.
you know, famous last words. Worst case, I can send you a 2021 template if I have to, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I think what's happening is, I don't know what kind of machine you have, but if it's kind of straining from memory, it might just say, I don't know what to do with this. And so it's just, instead of doing the upgrade, it's just kind of like saying, I'm not doing it. I think that's what it's doing, but I don't know for sure. But let's put in our windows. Let's go ahead and click on window. And when you click on window, let's see what we have here. I've got a 60 by 36 slider window. That is exactly what we want for a 5-footer. So let's go ahead and take a look at where this 5-foot window is. And I see right here, I spy with my little eye right here, a 5-foot window. We'll go ahead and drop it there. And there's one around the front here. And we'll go ahead and drop it here. And then I'm going to go ahead over to here. I got another 5-footer right here. Going to go ahead and drop that there. And I think that's all the 5-footers. Okay. And I'm going to hit my escape key. And so once I drop those in there, go ahead and take a look at it in 3D. And hey, it's starting to look like something now. And I can go ahead and take a look at it. And I can actually see through the windows into my structure. Pretty cool. And so as I do this right now, I got my 5-foot windows in place right now. I want to continue on the variation on this theme and go back to window. And what I want to do is I want to change it to 48 by 36 if there is such an animal. And there is 48 by 36 slider window. And I'm going to go ahead and place these right along here. And so I'm going to go ahead and put in my 4-footers. And these automatically find the wall. And so they automatically plant themselves in there. So we're going to go there. And we
I don't have those windows with my template.
Okay, what you would do is, do you have anything that's 48 inches wide?
Yeah, I have the window casement double.
Just use that. That's fine. That's
Okay.
for this particular situation. That's fine. And since you can't use the other, and all the places where you see this 4 foot, you'll notice that we drew over the CAD plan with our wall, so we have that. So once you finish putting them in, take a look at it in 3D, and I think you might be kind of gratified by this. Looks something like this here. And now you have all these doors and windows. Pretty cool stuff. Make sure you save it, and we will do that. And right now you could, yeah, we're looking at a realistic viewport right there, so it looks pretty good there. And so yeah, okay, how are you guys doing there? Anyone need me to back up at all? Or are you guys doing pretty good? I'll let you guys finish. Let me know when you're done putting the windows in.
Yeah, my computer's frozen, so I'm gonna take me a few minutes.
Okay, all right. So your computer froze up? All right, let me just show you guys these last couple steps. And okay, I'll just wait a second. I think the rest of you guys are still working towards this. Let me know how you're doing.
I'm all set, Professor.
All set, very good. Who's
I'm
that?
good.
Okay, you guys doing good? All right, just a minute or two more, and then we'll continue on.
I'm good.
All right, good, good.
I'm good too.
Okay, I think that's about all of us. So next thing, this is kind of cool. Are you guys liking this so far?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I would say so.
All right, you're gonna like Revit, I'll guarantee it. Okay, now, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go up here to Component, and we're gonna click on Component, and you're gonna notice that there is a vanity showing up. You guys, well, you won't see the vanity right now, Alex, but the rest of you guys will. You guys will see this vanity right here?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna take and drag that vanity right here, right on top of this one, this representation here. So you can go ahead and drop it here. And just kind of put it up against the wall and hit your escape key. And then once you've done that, oh, I think I gotta rotate. Wait, do I gotta rotate that? I think I gotta rotate it. Let's see here. I think the back is the other way around. So I hit my space bar a couple of times. I think it's, yeah, I think let's see here. I forget, I don't know. Go ahead and drop it there. Yeah, I think that's gotta go that way, so I have to rotate it. And then go back to your components, and when you go to place a component, you'll notice that there's other content in here. You got a tub. Okay, so we can go ahead and grab the tub, and we'll go ahead and drop the tub in position here. And the tub has to go against the wall. So make sure you got to touch a wall with it, or it won't drop. So you just got to touch a wall with it. So go ahead and click that, and it drops that in place. And then the last thing is going to be our toilet. So we're going to toilet, and the toilet's also going to want to find a wall. So we're going to go ahead and hit our space bar until it's kind of find the wall there, and we're going to drop it in place there. And that's how we go ahead and place our fixtures. Those are called components, and that is how we're able to go ahead and place those. So you're going to place those, and if you really want to see what it looks like, you can take a look at it with a camera, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm going to go ahead and, can I do this here? I'll look through the door. Yeah, what the heck, I'll do this. Do that, look in through the door, and I can't see anything because the door's probably in the way. So that's what I'm doing.
I have a quick question. How did you rotate your shower?
How did I rotate? Hit your space bar.
Okay.
All right, let's see if I can make this work here. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is gonna work. All right, going down here. Okay, well, anyway, this is not giving me what I want. So, okay, so yeah, I gotta pull that a little bit. And, all right, yeah, there we are. Looking like something here. Yeah, something's in the way here. All right, so that's not really gonna work. Okay, so I'd have to change it around a little bit. Doesn't like it. All right, yeah, it's not really what I want. Okay, I think I went the wrong way. All right, yeah, it's not giving what I want. Okay, that's okay. All right, we could do that later. It's kind of not a great room right there. Yeah, I didn't like that at all, did it? Okay, so anyway, so I went ahead and got these in there, and I've got these different elements in place. And now what I'm going to do here is to kind of like finish this off. I have these elements, I'm going to save it. Last thing is a roof. Last thing is a roof. And then this is going to complete it, and then we're going to call it a night. So to make a roof, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my roof command, which is right here. So I want to be on level 1. And I'm going to go to roof. I'm going to choose roof by footprint. Roof by footprint. And the first thing it's going to say is lowest level notice. It says you've created the roof on the lowest level. Would you like to move it to level 2? Well, yes, I would. So it's actually correct there. So I'm going to go here. And then what I want to do is I want to change the overhang. You'll notice I got an overhang right here. I'm going to make that 1 foot. I'm going to make a 1 foot overhang all the way around. And everything's going to define a slope. And so for this one, I'm going to use my pick walls. Okay, that's already by default. Now when I hover my cursor here, it's allowed me to go ahead and hover it, and then I see my dashed line right there, okay? And when I do that, that is what is going to allow me to see this information. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm walking my way around here, and it's looking really cool. I'm getting this magenta line, which is how you do this. And you go ahead and go all the way around and make a magenta line. How's that looking for you guys so far?
Good.
Okay.
Looking good.
All right. When you're done, you are presently in an edit mode, okay? And you can do one of two things. You can either abort by hitting the X, that's going to cancel it, or hit the green check mark. If you like what you have, hit the green check mark, and let's take a look at it by going back to 3D. When you go to 3D, you're going to see that you have a roof on there. And this is kind of a crappy looking roof, so we're going to fix it, because that's just not really what we want at all, so we're going to fix it. So what we're going to do is to fix it, we are going to go to level 2. So go to level 2, and you'll see that you actually have this. You have this roof here. You guys with me still?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to click on the roof, and when you click on the roof, it highlights. And then we want to edit the footprint. This will bring back in the magenta polyline. So we're going to click on there. And now we're into this particular notion right here. So what we want to do is a couple things right now. We want to go ahead and want to make we want to go ahead and make this roof fit into the overall pattern that we want it to. So a couple things we want to do here is remove some of these doors, these roof slopes. So we're going to click on this front of the building. We're going to click on the front of the building. We're going to do one thing. We're going to go up here and we are going to uncheck defines roof slope. Uncheck it here. You can also uncheck it up there. But you want to do that, and then you want to change the slope. You can't change the slope yet, but we will do that. So we're going to do that, and we just changed that and those. So we went ahead and took care of that. So that's going to go ahead and give us this right here. And the next thing we want to do is we want to have actually a roof peak that's actually going to come into. So to do that right there, we are going to want to remove these side slopes. So I'm going to go up here and click on here and uncheck this define slope and go over to this side and uncheck that define slope. That's just to make life a little bit easier all the way around. So we'll go ahead and uncheck those things. And then at that point, we want to do the same thing here. We don't need a roof slope, or do we on that one? Yeah, I think we're okay there. So once you've done that, let's hit the green check mark and see how it looks. And we'll go to the 3D view, and let's see, now look at that. Looks a little bit more respectable. This is how you'd actually go through the roof slopes and put that together. Do you guys need me to go over that again?
No.
You guys okay? Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lower this roof by clicking on it because it's a little too steep. So we'll click on the roof, and we're going to change the slope over here. You click on the roof, and we're going to change the slope right here to 5 inches over 12 inches like that. So it's going to be 5 inches over 12 inches, and it's going to lower a little bit to make it a little bit more narrow. Now we got a problem here, Houston, and that is you do not have a good good connection. So to connect these, I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to click on this wall right here, and once that wall is selected, we can go ahead and hit our tab key. Can we do that? Wait, okay, over here and hit our tab key, and they're all selected, and then click. And then what you want to do is go up here and attach top to base. So you're going to attach that. Oh, got to do it one at a time, I guess. So we'll click here, and we'll go to attach top. We'll go there. Try that again. It's not letting me do it. Let me try it again. I'm going to click on here and attach. Okay, why is that not letting me do that? Oh, okay, go up here, click on that. Okay, there it is. You have to click on the roof after you select that. So I'm going to do that for all these walls. I'm going to go to here, I'm going to click on this wall right here, attach, and then I have to click on the roof. It's going to go ahead and attach it to the roof. And this is how we are able to go ahead and to complete the exercise. And then over here, you're going to notice on the sides, there's a little bit of a gap there. So we're going to click on this wall right here, and we're going to go to attach and grab the roof. We're going to attach to the roof right there, and we're going to do it right here because it's over here as well. And this is just kind of clean up stuff right now, but it's important. It's important clean up stuff. Oh, looks like that didn't work. So do that again. Attach it to the roof. That good. And let me go right. Okay, so I got another one here. I'm going to click on this right there and attach. Okay, didn't like that, so try it again. And we'll attach this. There we go. And let's see what we got next. Okay, so we have those all connected. And we're going to go ahead and scroll around here. Yeah, and that's how we connect them all. Any questions about that at all? Does that make sense as far as how we get that roof on there and how we do those little tweaks? You guys with me?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, all right. All right, well, when you're done, it's gonna look like this. I'll show you one last little detail thing, and then we'll call it a night. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this right here. I'm gonna click on that, and I'm gonna change the roof type from basic roof generic to wood rafter, 8-inch asphalt shingle insulated. Because when I click on that, it looks like shingles right there. And then when the whole thing's done, it's already in realistic mode. So it's already looking pretty realistic. If you could change this around a little bit to get consistent colors if you want to get a little different look. But for the most part, we're going to want to go ahead and just use realistic right there. It looks like that. And that, my friends, is how we put that together. And so that completes that. And so that is what we do. So you'd save this, and this is what you would submit as your project. And then looking at it in level 1 right here, we got this. And the last thing we have to do is we want to hide this. We don't need this anymore. So we'll go to here, we'll click on it, and we're going to right click and go to hide in view this element. And then that's gone. And all you have left is this right here. And that's a beautiful looking Revit plan. And everything you have right here is showing you how that actually goes together. So that is it for the lesson tonight. That was quite a bit, but that's where we needed to get caught up to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to park it right here. I'm going to park the bus. It's 8:45 right now. So we still have another hour. And so what I'm going to do right now is I am going to basically just kind of say that that's it for right now. And what I'm going to do is I need to see, let's see here. I need to see you guys' names. I can't see them right now. So let me go ahead and go there. Okay, good. Looks like you guys are all still here, and that's good. So that is it. So if you have any questions, I am going to stick around here. And we have until, we have like another hour basically to answer questions if anyone has any questions about this. I know some of you guys don't have your Revit loaded up yet, but this is what we're going to do when we get to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right here. And if you guys have any questions, I am here to answer those questions. If not, that's going to be it. And you guys can work on your own, or you can do whatever you want to with your time right now, but that's going to be it. I'm going to be here though. I'm available for the next hour. So that's where we're going to stop and park it right now. Save your work, and if you're done, you can upload it, but that's going to be it for right now. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to answer any, okay?
Thank you, Professor. Have a good night.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
I have a question. It's Omar.
Yeah.
So once I get this program done, I was here the whole time, so just so you know. But so do I? When I this is due right this week?
Yes.
Okay, so I upload it and hand it in as soon as I get it all done, right?
Yeah. It's due. It's due next Thursday. So
okay.
Yeah. So by the way, you're saying your name is Omar. You're not.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
my name. That's my middle name. Everyone calls me Omar, so I tend to.
Okay,
say,
but it's Eduardo, right?
Yeah. My first name's Eduardo, but yeah.
Just want to make sure someone else didn't sneak into the class, though.
Yeah, no, that's what Holly calls me Omar too. So.
All right, good, Omar. Okay, that's fine. So that's how you do that, and let me know if I can help you. But it sounds like you're getting closer. But I've got like next week, I basically will have plenty of time. I'm teaching tomorrow. I'm basically teaching. I have time tomorrow morning Well, actually, tomorrow morning won't be good. But the thing is, I would have some time certainly next week, and so we can certainly kind of troubleshoot this. But keep the guys in tech are really good. Just give them a call, tell them what you got going on. They'll get you squared away, and if you still have issues, let me know. Okay?
Yeah, I'm not super tech savvy, but my girlfriend's been helping me, and it seems like we have everything there. We're just not finding it right now.
Okay.
But she's helped me look for it, and I'm in this field, so I kind of love this. I flip houses, and I have a little construction company. So
All right. Well, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love
yeah,
this.
exciting. Freaking love it. So a little disappointing right now. It's been a frustrating semester, but I'm gonna get it done.
You'll get there. You'll get there, and I'm here to help. Okay. So, like I'm saying, is it something? Is it something you can show me right now? Can you share your screen right now, or is now not a good time?
Yeah, now it's probably not a good time, but
Okay. All right. Well,
if
then,
I have problems by tomorrow, I'll text you. We'll figure something out.
yeah, get in touch with me. I want to make sure you're all set. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Kelly, you stick around?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the roof. I'm having an issue.
Okay. You want to show me your screen? I'll stop sharing and you can show me yours. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll stop the share, and you can take over the sharing right now. Okay, yeah. So what you want to do, you're in good shape right now. So what you want to do is we want to remove the slopes on the left and right side. So click on the line on the right, not the, yeah, click on the line, yes. And then you want to go ahead and go to up at the top. You see where it says define slope? There's a check mark in the box toward the left. Uncheck it. There you go. And the little symbol disappeared. Then you want to do the same thing over to the left. Do that again. And you're gonna, yes, uncheck that. That's very good. Okay, so you got that. And then at the very front, at the very bottom, you want to click on that, and you're gonna uncheck that. So then hit the green check mark. Let's see what it looks like. All right, go to 3D. Beauty, looking a lot better. Now with that selected, change the roof slope over on the left under basic roof. You'll notice you can scroll down under the properties there, down below. Nope, not, yeah, change it to wood rafter. That's, you want to do that while you're in there. So click that and then scroll down your choices. You'll see there's some choices, and scroll, and your see where it says 9 inches over 12 inches? Change that to 5 inches over 12 inches. That actually indicates the how, what'd you just do there? All right, okay, all right. Yeah, Eduardo, when I'm done here, I can, yeah, I can see what you're saying right there, Eduardo. And the thing is, let me see here. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Is that making some sense there, Kelly?
Yeah.
All right. Now, yeah, I see you're kind of whipping around here. Okay. So we changed it to 512. Okay. Now let's click on one of the walls. Click on one of the walls. And when you click on one of the walls, the other's deselected. So click there. And then what you want to do is you'll see over at the top, it says modify walls at the far right, attach top base. Go to click on that and then click on the roof. Click on the roof. Oh, there you go. Now zoom out a little bit and you'll see that it attached it. Beautiful. Now click on that roof again. I think you used the wrong roof. Okay. No, it looks like you got it. You got it. Okay. I think your graphics card is just a little bit pokey. All right, and then you want to go ahead and you want to click the other walls and do the same thing. So you click on the top of the wall and then you want to attach it. There you go. And then you're going to rotate it around and do the same thing. Okay. And so, yep, you're doing great. You're doing great. So zoom into it, and you're going to go ahead and use your, you're going to do the same thing right there. And this is how you would go ahead and kind of troubleshoot. And if you look at the side, yeah, those little parts right there, you got to watch those too. Okay, so you're getting that there. That's how you go ahead and make that work right there. Okay, and you're going, yep, there you go, you got it. And then you hit your escape key, perfect. And you just go ahead and work your way around. This is just kind of like the thing you got to do. And the others, yeah, it looks like you got a little niche there. So you want to go ahead and grab that and attach that. All right, looks like you missed it. So click on the wall, the wall below. Yeah, not that one, inside there that's tucked in behind. And then you go to attach top base and grab the roof and see if it lets that better. There you go. There you go. And so that's how you do that. And as you rotate around, you'll find a few other gaps. But does that help there, Kelly?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Then zoom out and save it. And then if you could stop sharing, I've got another student that wants to share.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna head out.
All right, Kelly, have a great night.
Have a good night.
Yep, very good. Okay, okay, what you want to do here, Omar, is you want to go ahead and, yeah, on the screen, you should be able to, there's a place where it says share your screen, and you just go ahead and do that. See what it says share screen? You can go ahead and just grab that. And that's for you. You hear me? Okay, got a couple of things here. So what do you got? What's going on here? I got a couple chats here. Okay, when I'm done with Kelly, you will be able to share. Okay, you're ready to go here. Omar, you're up and at 'em. Do you want to go ahead and share your screen right now?
Yeah, we can do that.
Right. So go ahead and click on share screen. It should be available to you right now.
Okay.
And when you click on that, I think hopefully she finished. Okay, all right, I'll go and do that. Okay, very good. And let's see here. Well, it looks like, okay, you don't see my screen, right? I guess not. Okay, so you can go ahead and do you see where you share your screen there, Omar?
Yes.
Okay, so click on that because I'm not seeing anything right now.
Okay.
It says allow Zoom.
Yeah, allow Zoom to share your open system preference.
You should be able to share it now.
Yeah. I think we gotta click the screen.
Okay, looks like you're sharing right now.
Okay.
I just see a blank screen.
A blank screen.
How about now?
Okay, yeah, I see it now. I see it
Okay,
now.
cool.
Okay, now you are okay. So let's see here. So did they? Now I don't know too much about this right now, but what you want to do right now is what did they tell you about accessing the Revit from here?
Well, they just gave us the screen and they said that Rev will be on it.
Well, we downloaded it.
Okay,
Yeah.
go up to Department Apps. Go up to Department Apps, and let's double click there. Okay, now let's scroll down here and let's see here. I don't see Revit. Scroll up to the top. Let's go ahead and let's look under. Scroll up, and I don't see AutoCAD. So I don't see it out there. So it's not a choice. Scroll down and let's see if maybe that's all there's there, huh? Yeah, Revit's not there. Interesting. Yeah.
But I did download it this morning for him.
Okay, you downloaded Revit?
Yep, I downloaded Revit and it was like on the left hand side here.
And it's gone now.
And I guess that when you logged off, I guess it deletes it again or it moves it.
Okay. All right. So I guess you'll have to do that again. Whatever you did, do it again. And the thing is, not much I can do about that right now. But your Revit should be available. But whatever you did before to get it to show up, just go ahead and do that again, okay?
Okay.
All right, now let me ask you this real quickly. So you said okay, go to your downloads up at the top. It says downloads in the left column there.
But there's nothing there.
Nothing there. Okay, so okay, now you are basically, what you're doing right now is you are dialing in to a machine remotely, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so what's happening right now is evidently it got reset. So Revit's not there. So you would have to go back into there and like right now, are you able to get it right now? Are you able to find it someplace, or how did you do this before?
I followed the instructions from the email provided from the technical support, and then it downloaded. It took about maybe like 20 minutes to download. It was like eight gigs.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. And,
yeah, and then it was here on the left-hand side, and I saw the screen that you were showing them while you were doing the work.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna re-download it again, I don't want it to delete. So I don't know if there's a way not to have it delete because I'm accessing this file.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, it should. Well, the thing is, that should be included in the apps. Okay, that's
And that's what it said when I
When we
first
download
downloaded.
yeah.
When I downloaded and finished downloading, because I download Revit 2020.
Yep.
And then it stated that Revit 2021 was already downloaded, and if I wanted to download the 2020, I needed to delete the 2021. But I didn't see the 2021.
Okay, yeah, well, 2021 is what you want. Let's see here. So you got department apps and you got general apps. Okay, so you looked already at the department apps. Okay, and so you got this. Okay.
And then the tech, these are the ones that you gave them the email for, and then general info of how to do this.
Okay. Well, you obviously found it before, so that would be a question for them because I have no control over that. It's very frustrating. I will say this: any decent Windows machine can run Revit. Okay, and it's for free, by the way. Okay, so and it's actually much easier to run Revit on your own machine than to go through this remote connection. It really is. Do you have access to a PC at all?
I do have my own PC that he can use.
Okay.
Does he have to store stuff in there, or?
He can just save his files to a flash drive.
Okay.
And there'd be no.
She was worried about the space.
The space, yeah, because I'm a photographer, so I have to. I use my own space for the.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I would do is just get yourself like a 32 gig flash drive and just save it onto that.
Okay.
And if and you could probably get one of those for around $10 these days.
I'm not worried about that. I'll grab one tomorrow. Then.
Yeah, and so that's what I would do. And the thing is, and so once you get that going, if you could install on your machine, and if you'd be good enough to let Omar do it, that'd be the best.
Yeah.
Now I will say this now. How many? What is? So a couple questions here. How old is your machine?
My computer?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a Surface Pro, so it's up. It's top of the line.
Okay.
Windows 10. It's up there.
So it's Windows 10. Do you know how much RAM it has?
It has a lot of RAM, but because of my photography, Adobe, and all that stuff that I have downloaded, I only have maybe about 15 to 20 more gigs to go. I would have to buy another external USB to just download to it, which is not a problem. I can get that.
But like I said, he can just save his stuff onto a flash drive. No need. Also, he has storage on the M drive. He can save his stuff on the M drive. That right there. You see that M drive?
Yeah.
That's his. So he can save stuff out there. He has his own place. He can actually go out there and save it there, or he can save it onto his flash drive. Okay. So either way, I would recommend, just for ease, this is how I would operate. Just go ahead and save the project onto a desktop, and then when you're done, save it to your flash drive and then delete it off her machine. That's what I would do. And then once you submit it, I won't need it anymore. Okay.
All right. That sounds good.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yep. I'll do that tomorrow.
All right. Well, I guess we got a plan going forward. Yeah. Just go ahead and download Revit 2021, and we'll be in business. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a tough semester, man. I've had so many problems this semester, but
welcome to COVID, man. It's the way it is, you know, and we're all kind of going through it. But I appreciate your persistence, your tenacity, and the thing is, it's going to pay off. And I'm a pretty easy professor. So the thing, as far as that goes, I'll help you. I'll do what I can. I'm not going to slam you if stuff's not on time. I get it, you know, right now, and. So we'll get you there. I need you to get your equipment in place. And once you do, it'll just be a question of showing up, and I'll get the information in your head, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time. Watch the
video now. No problem. All right, have a good night, you guys. We all done? Is there anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Yep, nope, that's all. Thank you.
All right, have a good night. We'll talk to you guys later.
You too.
Okay?
Thanks, bye-bye.
Great, thank you. Yeah, bye-bye now.
All right. Leave. Press leave.
Okay, so